कोणाचा पीसी फास्ट हे फक्त मी स्क्रीन बघायची त्याच्यासाठी ठेवलं. तुला लिंक दिलेली ना, कुठं चार्जर तुला लिंक दिली ब्लॅक कलरचा नंतर थोडं माझं येते. हे चार्जर खालचं काही कल्पना चालू केलं
हे वाला माझं
इकडेच ठेवून दे पुढे इथेच राहू चालू कर. सरक सरक
Please be seated. Coordinators, volunteers जे बाहेर उभा आहे त्यांना आतमध्ये बोलवा. बसण्यासाठी. All the dignitaries and guests, please be seated on the dais stage.
हो सुरू करू.
Our guest of honors, Principal Sir, Head of all departments, Head of Applied Science, Training and Placement Officer, Sadavate Sir, Yavalkar Ma'am. I request everyone to please be seated on the stage. And all the HRs.
नाही राहू दे ना, राहू दे.
I request Anita Bhanushali ma'am, please be seated on the stage.
इथे वरती राहू दे थोडा वेळ राहू दे, मग थोड्या वेळाने सुरू करशील स्क्रीन शेअर. म्हणजे हा जो व्हिडिओ आहे तो किती दिसला पाहिजे, करता येईल ना? कुठे लावलं?
Hello. It's a request to Jitendra Patil sir to be please seated on the stage. Jitendra Patil sir.
शेअर करत पाहिजे लोकांना तिथे पीसी वरती कर ना. थोडस 2 मिनिटं सुरू कर, परत हे बॅनर सुरू करून दे.
सर्वे सुखिनः सन्तु, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्.
May everyone be happy and may everyone be healthy. May everyone see the goodness and may now I experience the sorrow. Good morning, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome you all to our 2K24 Industry-Alumni Meet. I am Sakshi Mankar
Myself, Manish Patil.
and Vaishnavi Erolkar, myself Sanjita Sonawne. We, the team of four, are honored to be your host for today's event. On the behalf of Government College of Engineering, Jalgaon, Training and Placement Cell, I extend a warm welcome to all our esteemed guests, distinguished faculty members, and most importantly, our incredible alumni who have taken the time to join us today. It's truly heartwarming to see the familiar faces and reconnect with old friends. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the tireless efforts of the Training and Placement Cell and our respected principal, Dr. S.S. Gadre sir, who made this event possible. Their dedication ensures a memorable reunion for all of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we celebrate the shared legacy of Government College of Engineering, Jalgaon. This institute has not only shaped the technical knowledge but also fostered a lifelong friendship and sense of belonging. We are thrilled to have so many alumni return to their alma mater, some after years, some after just a few. Our gathering today is not just about reminiscing about the good old days, but also about celebrating our achievements, sharing experiences, and fostering the sense of camaraderie among us. So let's rediscover the spirit of GCOEJ.
Now, to mark the auspicious beginning of this event, we will have the ceremony of Saraswati Vandana. To perform this customary honor, I request all the dignitaries and students please stand up and join their hands. या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेषवाड्यापहा ॐ. Thank you. The light of knowledge has been ignited, symbolizing the continuous learning journey we all share. With this auspicious beginning, we are now ready to proceed with the next part of our program, that is felicitation. With respect, I felicitate our guest of honors, Srimati Anuja Hanushali Ma'am, Assistant Manager at Emergent Measurement System and Solutions, COE India. I request Principal Sir to please felicitate ma'am. I request Patil Sir to please come on stage. Jitendra Patil Sir, please join us on stage. I request Principal Sir to please felicitate our guest of honor, Jitendra Patil Sir, HR at Fuji Electronics, India Private Limited. Proceeding further with our faculty members, uh, we start with Principal Sir, S.S. Gadre Sir, Principal of Government College of Engineering, Jalgaon, Head of all departments, Head of Civil Department, Professor V.T. Patil Sir. Okay. So let's extend a warm welcome to our esteemed TPU, Mr. M.S. Sadavate sir, who will deliver the inaugural address. Sir, please.
Respected dais, respected faculty members, my dear student, and the alumni who are come here accepting our request, I personally thank for coming here. So definitely up to 12 o'clock the number will be more. So I personally thank you for attending this event. Basically, the motto of this event is to increase the interaction between the alumni, company persons, and faculty and students. So hence, we are here with our students, around 25 students here present for this function. Also, this particular meeting will decide future plans that will be given by our respected principal, Govt sir. So overall, during this meet, we have some interaction with the alumni, interaction with the student, and special presentation by the principal sir. So I request you to be present up to the end of this program so that our student, our faculty will get input from the you. You will give the number of input like vision mission and other activities of the colleges. Also, I like to express my feeling that you should provide feedback in a training placement activity. If you observe in the last few years, the college placement activities is also very good due to the effect of effort taken by the previous CPO, Dr. Maharashtra sir also. So placement increases in the 2021, 22 and 23, 24 also placement is around good. So I request you to give your feedback, your knowledge and your presence in the college whenever we require. Thank you for coming here. Thank you.
Thank you, Sadavate sir, for your valuable words. May I now invite our esteemed principal, Dr. S.S. Gase sir, to grace the stage and deliver the speech on what is going on at GCOEJ.
Respected dais, students, and my dear alumni. Mic, wireless आहे का? So I would like to just use that mic and roam around a little bit instead of just stationary here. So I think that would be serving a one-to-one interaction, human to human interaction rather, instead of machine to machine. Okay. So nowadays we have become a machine. I want to come out of that mode. Okay. So sorry for that, but let me do that way only. So for just 10 to 15 minutes, you can just take the seats. Some of you can sit here only because you know what is going on at GCOEJ. Okay. So what I have done is actually, you might have got the schedule also. I have divided my so-called presentation and speech into two parts. First is what's going on, and the next part will be what's next. Right? So first, the innovation session covers only what's going on, and later on, when the discussion starts going, then I will do what's next. Okay, so this is much better. Okay, even the sound wise and everything. I mean, this has a good fidelity than that mic. So this is where we can sit on this side, if you may. So I have called everybody as innovators here, right? And that's by design rather than by choice, by just a casual approach. Because you might have seen the poster also and the event that there was a hashtag as keep innovating every day. So that was hashtag which I have floated this year once I have joined here. So I am calling everybody as innovators here, and that gives a breath of change and just to see what's next in GCOEJ. But I would like to stick what's going on for the moment. So welcome. At the outset, let me also thank all those who are behind the program, because later on then I may forget in the heat of the moment. So big round of applause for all those who are working behind the program to make it at this stage right now. And instead of naming one, I am just combining everybody. And thank you all alumni and HRs. You have graced the occasion really. So this is just what's going on. Okay, so this is a brief of what are the activities which we are doing. In short, so basically this is your new building because some of you might have studied at GP, Government Polytechnic. Uh, so that is now actually electronics department in Government Polytechnic. uh, and Akole sir still is there. So those who are from electronics, so they know him. Akole sir is still head of the electronics department there. So this is your new building, and these are some of the milestones. So just a recap of milestones. This was established in 1996 and affiliated to what then called as North Maharashtra University. Now the university is renamed after one of the great of Khandesh region, Kavayatri Bahinabai Chaudhary. So now it is Kavayatri Bahinabai Chaudhary North Maharashtra University, Jalgaon. And it started with three UG programs: ENTC, Mechanical, and Instrumentation. And the batch was of 60 each. So it was a 60 intake. And then in the same year, full-time principal was appointed for the first time, but it was for very short duration. Then in 2007, there were addition of two undergraduate programs, electrical engineering and computer engineering. And straight away, then they went for MBA accreditation because you know that AICTE and now Government of India, they are pushing accreditations basically to make all the institutes uh, on a common platform everywhere so that they can assess them, what's going on there internally, what are the procedures. It's just like, I mean, any other ISO kind of thing, correct? So ISO in the industry. So it's a ISO of educational institutions, NBA, which is National Board of Accreditation. Okay. Three UG programs were accredited, and there was another commencement of program in civil in 2010, and one PG program in NTC. Then full-time principal was appointed for the second time, but this time Mr. Borkar, so he was a longest serving principal from 2011 to 2019. Many of you probably graduated during his tenure, so you might be knowing him very well. And during his tenure, 2011 to 2019, many activities were happening. Basically, institute was taking shape. It was around say 10 to 15-year-old institute. Some of the new things were going on. PEQIP program, which is a technical education quality improvement program, which was a World Bank assisted project. So World Bank has given certain amount of sum of money to Government of India. So they created a separate vehicle to distribute those funds, which is called as NPIU, National Project Implementation Unit. And under that, there were separate units for all states, which were called as State Program Implementation Facilitation Units (SPFU). and they distributed some funds to different upcoming, and they identified some institutes to just make them elevate their technical education, and it was a good fund actually. Some take you one project GCOEJ missed actually. So they started in that project in take you two with a 15 crore project, and then in 2014 autonomy was granted because it is one of the condition that institute should be given autonomy, at least academic autonomy, fully functional. Degree is not still distributed by institute; it is still affiliated to North Maharashtra University, but it was autonomy was given, and then again in 2018 it was accredited for two departments, mechanical and instrumentation. Then it was also selected for TQ3 project, which was extension of TQ2, but this time the money was only for PG and research. So mostly it was limited to only PG and research. This 15 crore was utilized for refurbishment of most of the labs, and there were many equipment which came, and the standard really elevated a lot. Okay. And then NAC is another accreditation body which normally is for different universities, but then some of the autonomous colleges they also tried for this accreditation. It's a accreditation council, and we were awarded 5 years of NAC with a grade of B plus. Okay, and which was just over in November 23, and we also got 5 PhD research centers. Then 2 PG programs were added in 21. Extension of autonomy was granted. There was some few minor refurbishments there, and then I was appointed as a full-time principal for the third time in the history on 9th of November 2023. And since I took this, there were many things which I will do, but just to make sure that we have some vision, we have some missions, and we have a quality policy. Frankly speaking, I have started putting these vision, mission, and policy, quality policy in almost every communication which I am doing, starting from the first flyer to the second flyer, to all invitations and everything, because this is not just something which is just on paper or on website. It should not just stick there, and it should be embedded in the minds of faculty. It should be embedded in the minds of students and everybody who are the stakeholders of this institution. And with great respect to the corporates, and most of you are also from corporates, right? So very few are from educational institutes. So this is which is something very sacred, right? So the vision of the organization, the missions of the organization, the quality policy of the organization, these are debated a lot, these are discussed a lot, and whether we are really truly performing according to those directions is also discussed a lot. So what I think as a principal, as a head of the institution, it's my responsibility to disseminate this information to each and everyone who is connected to the organization, and this message should spread everywhere that we are working towards these things. Frankly speaking, it's time now that we should change this a little bit also, because this was a long back we decided our vision and mission, and probably at this time there is some thing which we need to tune, right? So that I will tell in my next phase. So this is the information about undergraduates. 6 branches now, each of 60 intake, but we have additional 12 intake because of lateral entry, and the TFWS, because of the TFWS, which is a tuition fee waiver scheme. This is accreditation status, but this is a sad part. Sad story starts here, that we cannot go for accreditation because of a less student to faculty ratio, rather more student to faculty ratio. because the more the ratio, the less you are likely to get accreditation. It should be within 0 to, I mean, it cannot be 0, but 1 to 15. Correct. So at the most, you should have is 15 is to 1. One faculty for every 15 students. But we don't fulfill that criteria right now. That's why we cannot go for MBA. This is the strength of PG, and as everybody knows here, including HRs, the situation of post graduation is very bleak. In last 4-5 years, there are various reasons. Even COEP also doesn't get full quota of their PG students. So if COEP is not getting full quota of PG students, so forget about Jalgaon and forget about other engineering colleges, right? So something needs to be done actually at the national level. Even IITs, let me be very frank, even IITs are struggling to get PG students, and there is a cascading effect because PG students are not coming, PhD students are not coming. So most of the faculty who are eligible to guide, they are not getting students for PhD research. Okay, so they are just sitting idle. So it's a national loss basically. I can consider this as a great national loss because you have faculty who are ready to guide for their PhD, but there are no takers for PhD. Okay, so this is the current strength. This is very simple thing. I mean, so current strength of PG research students is also very less. Okay, and this is another, I mean, downside of our institute. But I told them that I would be just like a white paper. So there is nothing, no data would be first here. We should be first what's going on as it is, right? So we should not bloat ourselves. It's not good thing to do. So at present, we are running with very less number of faculty because only 36 faculty, and that too one if you count as a principal, that's me. There are only 35 faculty. So instead of 85, which we need, we are running the show with 35 faculty, but rest of them are visiting faculty, and we are pushing this. Every government college is pushing this that we should recruit more and more faculty. At least for the staff strength, our situation is slightly better because it is more than 50%. It is around say 60% or so. So 60% of non-teaching staff is there, but the situation there also is very bleak because you don't have lab assistants in most of the lab. Correct. So one lab assistant is handling more than 2 labs also many times. So it is very difficult to give personal attention to the students, and that is the one reason why students are not getting, I mean, that particular knowledge at some times. Okay, but it's okay. Infrastructure wise, we are okay, but not very good because the building which you have seen here is sufficient to cater to 4 departments at the most, but we run 6 departments. So we need additional space, and we are after government to create this additional space. But in governments, things move very slow and very slow, and slow to the power infinity sometimes. So, so uh, you know what I mean. Okay, so I need not spell out that. So we are trying to manage the show in this thing only. So infrastructure wise, we look very good on paper, and we try to maintain this thing. And this is the new addition, which is very good to here also. We were the one of the first engineering colleges who went for this national education policy, which was framed just 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago. I mean, we started this policy was declared in 2019, and this is in this policy we have the approach of multidisciplinary education, focus on innovation, and many other things, right? So I will spell out this sometime later. But our all the autonomous colleges are now running this national education policy 2020. All other colleges will go for this NEP 2020 next year. Okay. So we have made the structure NEP compliant already. First year is already running. from second year, we have made the structure very flexible now. So the additions in this NEP is basically you can take the courses from other branches also, and you can get kind of dual degree. It's not dual degree, but it's a main degree with some minor, additional minor. So electronics engineering can be with additional computer engineering minors. So electronics will be major and computer engineering will be minor. Mechanical engineering can get some additional subjects, additional minor degree from electronics engineering. So this marriage of two branches or more than one branches is possible in NEP 2020, and since we have already started, we are making these efforts to make our syllabus also in this direction. So what industry is demanding that they should not have only one particular knowledge, and they should have a basket of all skills, and the industry will choose which basket to choose from, right? So the combination of those baskets will be available at least at the end of next 2 years, right? So because these students will be passing in 2026, I think, right? So बराबर बोल रहा हूँ सर 2026. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Sorry, 27. So these students will, but HR will come in 26. Okay, HRs will come in 26. So at least they can start thinking in this direction that you are going to get a new batch of students which will have diversified knowledge and multidisciplinary knowledge, right? And will be ready with that. I should not have put this slide, okay, but I have put because it's an eye opener. Because uh, at least you will start thinking if why the placement is so low. Okay. We are thinking definitely. We are trying to make efforts to make this higher and higher. But at least alumni also can think in this direction. That why this placement is reducing. Okay. There are multiple reasons. Obviously, it cannot be singled out to one particular reason. Okay. This year also about 60, if I am correct, and just don't go on all these. These are not for this year only. So this is just to show that combined all this, right? But this year, one student has got highest package of 17 lakh per annum. That's for sure. Okay. So it's good that at least we are progressing. The second round, I should not name the company, but second rounds are also happening this year. It's very good. I mean, the what we call as a footfall is happening. Not only that, the customer retention is happening, and in the same academic year, the company is coming twice. So that's also a good thing which is happening, right? The same company is coming twice for the placements in one academic year. So this is also happening. So there are some really good things happening, and this is, I mean, everybody knows it. So I have just put some pictures because earlier there were slides with only uh, words and nothing but words. Okay, so I thought pictures were good. So a lot of activities are happening. Industrial visits are also have started now because in COVID situation it was very difficult, and students are doing very good in sports also, extracurricular, co-curricular activities also. These are just some snapshots. Faculty are also very keen on their own personal achievements, right? So here I have just listed a few only. They are having some certificates of different. Many of them have done NPTEL certifications and with flying colors. As you might be knowing, NPTEL is an initiative launched by Government of India, where you have lot of video courses available by renowned IIT faculty, and many of our faculty and students also are taking these courses, appearing for the exams. Faculty appearing for exams and getting certification is a rare or was a rare in 10 years ago, but because of COVID, that situation has changed. Okay. So we have some MOUs, and with this today's, I mean, program, we will push hard for more number of MOUs very soon. We are very good at consultancy also and testing because we are government institute. So many people come to us for certification of many things. So we have increased consultancy very rapidly. And this 2023 figure is also not final actually because it will come after the audit. And in 2024, just which is ending financial year, the money will be added. And I am sure that it will be more than 30 crores, 3 crores, more than 3 crores this year. So we have library facilities, good computing facilities, and many programs like international conferences, then technical events we have organized earlier. And along with that, with the society in our uh, background, we have done activities like Swachh Bharat Pandarwada, Shivajinagar, cultural events, blood donation camps. Induction program for first year is also happening very regularly because it is mandated actually for us that 15 days of induction program for first year we should have. Okay? And tree plantation and all these programs are happening. So these are some of the sports achievements which has happened recently. I will just quickly go through. And recently, after I joined, I have given a push to this innovation and startup space. But this I will talk again next time. But just to complete this, I have given there were events which were happening in innovation and startup space recently, and one there's one Masavar. Probably many of you might be knowing Masavar is very nearby village where we had almost a week long program, community engagement program at Masavar. So these were some photographs there. Various events happened in Masavar. So thank you. I would not be making it very long because there is second part which will also come. So thank you very much. Please.
Thank you, sir, for your speech. Now, I would like to request all our dignitaries and all the guests of honors to please be seated on the stage.
नाही म्हणजे थोडंसं नॉर्मल.
So much, Principal Sir, for your informative speech. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move forward in this enlightening and inspiring journey as we are moving towards the next part of our today's program, which is keynote address of our today's distinguished guest. Indeed, we are privileged to have with us today Jitendra Patil sir, the HR of Fuji Electronics India Private Limited. Their insights and experiences are sure to leave an indelible mark on our minds.
Alongside, we are encouraged by the presence of Anuja Bhanushali ma'am. Ma'am is Assistant Manager at Emerson Measurement Systems. Ma'am also has 11 plus years experience in human resource with expertise in business partnering, source heading, sourcing, headhunting, interviewing, campus recruitment, and leadership hiring, and many other things. Ma'am has worked within Eton, Honeywell, and Emerson like companies. Their wealth of knowledge and experience will undoubtedly enrich our understanding. Before we delve into the keynote addresses, let's take a moment to acknowledge and express our gratitude to our esteemed guests for taking time out their busy schedule to join us today.
Absolutely. And without a further ado, let us begin a journey of enlightenment. Please join us to extend a warm welcome to Jitendra Patil sir, who has 8 years of experience in various domains of HR, like recruitment, learning, development, payroll, and benefits. He is a certified corporate soft skills, and sales training. So now I would like, as they take the stage, to give you their keynote of address. Jitendra Patel, sir, I request you to.
So, thank you so much. First, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the organizers of this fantastic event, uh, respected dais, respected principals, teachers of Government College of Engineering, Jalgaon, and all my dear friends. I'll say friends only because all other industry alumni are here, as well as students are here, and myself, I'm always considering as a student, so I'm saying my friends only. Uh, Before going to the topic, basically by education I'm an engineer. I'm a mechanical engineer, and now working as a HR in the industry since last 8 years. So I have understand the gap between the education and the industry very well in the last 8 years. So while we are taking it as education, we are the aspiring students, and we want to change the world. We want to change the future. We want to build the nation. That's absolutely fantastic. Everything is fine. But when we came to the industry, then we got the realization. Then we got the reality check. What we are right now. So I'm not saying anything wrong in that. Okay, it's absolutely fine. Everything is going perfectly fine. But there is a major gap between the education and the industry. So just let's address that gap first. So I'm working in the Fuji Electric India since last 4 years, and I'm working as a corporate trainer. I have taken so much of trainings in the induction, in the part of like campus interviews, everything in the recruitment process. So whenever we go to the recruitment process, whenever we go any kind of induction program, so basically there are so many confused students are there. They don't understand what they want to do in their life. Okay, so I think these gaps should be eliminated by the college and by the universities only, because they are the key pillars to developing these students, developing their graduates in the particular field. And I stand before you to shed up the light on the expectations of the industry today. So what are the industry expecting from the colleges, university, and the students? So the relationship between college, university, and the industry is very symbiotic in the nature, because it's give and take the relation. University colleges are giving a students or graduates who are fully passionate with their work, with their field of expertise, and industry is providing a real-time experience to the graduates. Okay, so it comes with the parallel. It should come with the parallelism. It cannot be happen कि यूनिवर्सिटी कुछ अलग सोच रही है and इंडस्ट्री कुछ अलग सोच रही है, तो वो जो गैप है उसको हमें कम करना है. So first and foremost, let's address the expectations first. What are the expectations from industry? So in the era of, we all know that technology is evolving, technology enhancement कितने fast हो रहा है, right? And we are finding the gap that education is not evolving at that speed. Okay. So what we can do in that? So first, as I said, that we have to increase the participations in the practical field more than theoretical. So the kind of sandwich pattern, there are like internship providing, industrial experience exposure to the students, and the colleges and institutes can discuss with the industry what are the going trends. I like the one thing that sir explained, that teachers are interested to learning, because when teachers are interested to learning the new industry trends, the new industry practices, then it will happen that they can explain to their students what they can do in their life. Okay, because जब पढ़ाने वाले को अवेयर होगा कि what exactly industry are going on, then he can explain कि आपको life में क्या करना है. Many times the students call us as a HR कि sir degree हो गया अभी क्या करना है. So I must say कि when you taking a degree, it's just the beginning. It's not your like आपका लोग सोचते हैं कि मैंने डिग्री ले ली अभी मुझे जॉब मिल जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं है. इंडस्ट्री इज ग्रोइंग सो फास्ट. टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट जो मार्केट डायनामिक्स चेंज हो रहा है दैट इज कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द एक्सपेक्टेशंस ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स, पेरेंट एंड द इंस्टीट्यूट. सो at least we should aware about the industry trends and we have to evolve with the trends. If I say that what we can do, so we can provide a theoretical knowledge with the practical applications. Like sir said that we can develop a lab, we can take the internship, like 1 year 6 month internship in the particular field of industry, as well as we can provide. See, we are going for the industrial visits, but it's for 1 day 2 days, okay. But when you are providing the internship, student can at least understand the processes of the organization, and when they understand the processes of the organization, he should know कि उसको life में करना है. Okay, so we should more focus on the internship as well as the project based learning. As sir said that labs hai but teachers nahi hai, so how they can provide a practical experience to the students. लैब से ही आएगा, कोई इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशंस की कोई लैब होगी या फिर कुछ होगा तभी जाके स्टूडेंट्स उसको सीख सकते हैं. So we should get the engagement with the industry of the institutes कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा जितना engagement स्टूडेंट्स का या फैकल्टीज का इंडस्ट्री के साथ होगा उतना उनका जो स्टडी है वो अलाइन होगा. Yeah, I can understand that we cannot change overall curriculum. Basics same रहते हैं, science हो, math हो, basics are same. But when industry change, institute also should change some like evaluations of some required there. Beyond this is about the theoretical and technical part. But beyond this, I must say that industry is expecting more on the soft skills also. As a trainer, I always feel that when students are coming to the interviews or even as a fresher, they comes into the industry, they have lack of confidence as well as they have lack of soft skills also. Like I think institutes and taking an initiative to develop a soft skill like team engagement as well as collaboration skills as well as communication skills. Communication is also more required because the globalizations are coming under the stage. Then you should require a communication skill up to that level, and you should feel that our students can compete any challenges in their entire life. Okay, so problem solving skills are there, communication skills, leadership skills that also required, because we are like thinking that when college students are graduate, we are taking as a DET, GET, interns, but some of the positions require a leadership skill. They have to handle a team as a fresher students also, because under there are some graduates as well as there are some ITS people. So if they want to supervise them, they require a leadership skill. So I feel there is a gap between the soft skill of students and what industry actually requires. Additionally, fostering a culture of innovation, diversity, and entrepreneurship is also required to the industry, because entrepreneurship, I don't mean that everyone should take go out of college and make a big startup. It's not like that. In your job life also you want to be an entrepreneur, because you are the owner of your job. Okay, suppose I am working as a HR, so I am the owner of my job. No one is responsible apart from me for that job. Okay, so that ownership comes with the entrepreneurship skill, so that we can develop in the students. Now this is all faculties, institutions and universities, but what about the students? Now let's shift our focus on the student. So, as an aspiring professional, you have to understand that your journey doesn't end with the acquisition of this degree. You have to be equipped with the new skills, new trends, and new market area. So, you have to be ready for knowledge and growth, both the things. So what industry expects from you? To implement and to take a knowledge of proactive attitude first. Second, your strong work ethics. Why I am saying strong work ethics? Uh, in the recent trends, I'm working in the electronics industry. Whenever students come for internship, whenever students come for industrial visits, I'm always asking one question: as an electrical engineer and as an electronics engineer, how many people wants to do job in IT? So almost 70, 80%, 90% people should say that yes, I want to work job in IT. So I said why? What is the reason? Because your why should be clear for that. Okay. So if you have an interest, then it is okay. But if you have some suggestions like yeah, salary बहुत बढ़िया है, it is the only reason. So I think you should think on that, because why I'm saying that, if you are working in, if you have studied 4 years electrical and electronics and then you want the coding, then why you wasted your 4 years? Also you have wasted your one seat of pure electrical engineering. So you should think on that. I'm not saying that IT में जाना गलत बात है, जाओ, इंटरेस्ट है आपका, बहुत बढ़िया बात है, बट यू शुड हैव इंटरेस्ट. ऐसा नहीं है कि सैलरी मिल रही है इस वजह से मैं जा रहा हूँ, या फिर दूसरी कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिल रही है इस वजह से. Core industry have a more than opportunity. If you had a word about embedded, IoT, that kind of things, giving a more pay scale than IT, more pay scale than IT, right? So you should understand what is market going on और हमें क्या करना है. Okay. So you have to be work on your effective communication skill, effective interpersonal skills. Okay. So teachers, students, both should learn from this scenario after COVID, and they should implement these things. Now, if I talk about the emerging technologies, so as I said, I'm working in the electronics industry. So after EV, semiconductor, very things are evolving. Similarly, in the IT also, very things are evolving. So in the emerging trends, we are witnessing the world is going by the digitalization, the development stage, and across the industry, the sustainability. Okay. So basically, the artificial intelligence, IoT, embedded, and blockchain, these kind of things are going on the industry. So when you are in the school, when you are in the colleges, when you are in the institutions, you should think on these things. And apart from your degree, you should try to get the certifications. You should try to learn these things. Okay, and you can equip with the new skills as per the market trends. As well as I'm not taking too much time. And lastly, the significance of this alumni meet. So I personally feel I always love to talk with the student, and I am taking so many initiatives to discuss with the students, with the faculties, and giving them not, I'm not saying the guidance, but the proper idea what is industry going on. Okay, so we are taking so many training sessions on that also in the institution for teachers and for students also. So these alumni meet can help in that particular thing, because I feel that alumni are always a torchbearer of any institution. They are playing a very vital role in the guidance to their students. आपने एक मूवी देखी होगी सलमान खान की, जय हो. उसमें उसमें बोला गया है कि किसी को थैंक यू मत बोलो, अगर किसी को थैंक यू बोलना है तो 3 लोगों की मदद कर दो, हेल्प कर दो. So I always request to any alumni of any colleges कि अगर आपको सही में लगता है कि आपको आपके इंस्टीट्यूशंस की हेल्प करनी है, तो आपके जो एग्जिस्टिंग स्टूडेंट्स है उनकी हेल्प करिए. You are into the industry since whatever the experience you have in the whatever domain. Okay. So you should give them guidance on that. कि आपको industry में क्या करना है, क्या सीखना है, क्या आपको चाहिए. Even you can talk to your teachers also. कि sir, this is the industry trend going on. You should focus on these things. You should explain the things to students. वही आपका सबसे बड़ा help होगा. So you are the torch bearer. You are the playing key role, and such kind of gatherings provide a platform for networking, knowledge sharing. Like today, I'm just here for to knowledge sharing. Whatever I know, I can spread up with my friends. Okay, and fostering a sense of community. So when you are thinking sense of community, so you belongs with the same college, you belongs with the same community, you belongs with the same industry. So it is your duty to develop your students, to develop your teachers also. I am saying your teachers also, and you can help out them. So in the conclusion, three things we have discussed. First, what are the evolving technologies are there, and why? What should initiative taking from colleges, institutions, and universities? Second things, what are the emerging trends going on in the industry, and how can students focus on that? And the third things, why these kind of alumni meets are required in the industry as well as in the college. So, thank you once again for this opportunity. I wish all the alumni here and the students here with a bright and prosperous future here. One last thing, always remember that your journey of learning never truly ends. So, always embrace it with the purpose, with the passion, and with the perseverance. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your insights and your valuable words. We have taken some notes for our students. Like you concluded with few notes, we have also taken some notes that are participation and practical experience, initiative with Institute for Placement, student engagement with faculties, and work for with evolution and placement. As now industries are more keen on soft skills, so we'll work on that. And morely, we will provide our students to build work ethics. Thank you so much, sir. Now, we are honored to have Anuja ma'am, a prominent figure in the field of HR management, as our respected guest. Please join me in welcoming Anuja ma'am to the dais.
Hi everyone. Good morning, everyone. I know it's a morning session, and I won't take much time for sure. Thank you so much, each and every member of this meet, to calling me over. I'm very much honored to be here, and once again, it's a very good platform to collaborate, to share our experiences. It is something that which is much more important. What is exactly happening in the industry? What is our expectations from the freshers, from the graduates? Who is a part of who will be a part of one of the future in industry. So I have couple of figures in place. We are the population of 140 crores. Between the age of 25 to 60 years, 70 crores, which is 50% of the population, seems to be between the age of 25 to 60. Out of 70, only 9 crores of people are part of employment. It seems to be very much minimal in terms of the figures. Hardly 9 CR people are engaged in terms of employment. So it's very important for us to be a part of employment, because that is something essential thing for us to grow. Um, what I usually work in terms of, or what would be my point of things to share along with the freshers. Freshers in terms of their career, freshers in terms of their industries, or something which would help you guys to work along with us or work along with any other employment, not specifically in terms of specific domain or something. I'm a BCom graduate. I'm not a technical person, honestly speaking. When I take HR interviews for technical people, I feel sometimes the person knows much more than me. But honestly speaking, there is always a learning agility which everyone should have. My friend Jitendra rightly said that learning never stops. You should keep on learning. You should have that kind of learning agility in your space where you would be able to get some kind of inputs, even from your colleagues, from your juniors, from your supervisors, anyone out there. A small valuable thing in your life. So you should keep your learning agility always open for to accept the things. Um, Much more open thing is that you need to have that consistency. My friend Jitendra said that just because of you're getting more paid in terms of IT industry, don't switch your industry so often, because always you need to have that passion. If you have taken up something in your career, if you have chosen a career to be a mechanical engineer, to graduate from electronical background, you need to have that passion in space, because when you work along with corporates, there is a huge gap which seems that why you are here, why you want to take this opportunity. You need to justify that. So you need to have that passion in space where you would able to justify your entire span which you have given in terms of education background. And much more in terms of learning side, I would say that choose your battle very wisely. There are multiple battles which you have to fight, but you have to choose it. What exactly you have to move ahead in your careers. It is not something that my friend has taken up. My best friend since childhood, he had taken up some another project, some another industry, some another career point. That's the only reason where I want to choose. It's not something that it is something that which you want to make choice of your end. And I would also, give a mantra where one of the mantra which my doctor had shared in last couple of months back. He told me that work in terms of slow is smooth and smooth is fast. It means my friend said that Jitendra rightly said that you have to up skills in terms of your certain things. It is not something that you have to keep your perfection in terms of technical backgrounds. There are certain things which you need to learn, which is a soft skills. Of course, communication is one of the major point which we usually faces in terms of while hiring freshers. We also have certain courses or certain training sessions, which is known as campus to corporate. Once you get graduated from your campus and you start your journey with any of the corporate organization, there is one training program which has been taken there, which is known as campus to corporate. So I would also, request each of the, faculty member as well, the TPO partners as well, to engage yourself in terms of that, because it helps you to understand the program much more in a better way, and it also helps the, to facilitate those pointers to your students, because it is something that a major exposure. Once you're there in corporates, it's very difficult for you to cope up. There are at many times where you have to take up the ownership. It is not something that each and every time your teachers would be there to teach you, of course, but once you're there in corporate, it's very important to have your some kind of own upskills which will help you in terms of growing with the industry. Coming back to the recent trends, of course, recent trends are very much important. I think Sir rightly said that taking up those kind of a merger courses would definitely help you in terms of your career shaping. It will also help you to understand what exactly we are looking around from from a freshers, from experienced persons as well. Not in terms of freshers, of course, in terms of experience, because you never know your experience would be a much more major milestone to the organization or to yourself as well. So again, to conclude each and everything, as I said that I won't take much of your time. As to conclude all those pointers, please open to learning something. Keep your patience on. Keep your learning agility on, and consistency is much more important. It's okay not to have something today, but it's better to have something or something better in the future. So that's about it. And thank you so much once again, all the faculty members, principal sir, and my students, my friends, to calling me here. And it's an honor to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Please give a round of applause. As previously, we have taken some notes. So we'll go back. Learning objective, that is learning never stops. Second is understand and justify the value of grasping the opportunity. And most importantly, you have to upskill your skills every day. And never to be stopped, to be open to be learned. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, man, for your speech. Your words are truly thought-provoking. So, without any delay, give a huge round of applause as we are inviting Chandrakant Patil, sir, a principal engineer of Sedamax Mechatronics. His core work is done in electronics design. He has total work experience of 15 plus years, and he owns a design service company, EDMs. So, I would like to invite sir on the dais for sharing the experience.
Hello everyone. I am Chandrakant Patel. Pass out from 2006 batch of GCOEJ. Uh, I first of all thanks to Sadavarte sir, who is my favorite professor uh, in my life. Right? He teach me life lessons as well as electronics lessons very well, and because of him i I am here right now. So, also I thankful to principal sir for giving me the opportunity to speak with you and discuss with you something uh, which I worked uh, in last so many years after engineering. So basically, I started with my journey after 2006 when I just passed out. I decided to go with some kind of uh, doing JRE, TOEFL, and go to abroad for AMS, doing AMS. But because of some family background and family pressure, they said you don't go to outside because people are not coming back to India once they go to US or UK. So they said you just do the job anywhere in India, but don't go outside. Okay, so from their request, I just uh, uh, you know that मेरे माइंड से निकाल दिया कि I don't need to go to outside, and I came to Pune and just came to Pune and joined at a second day. I just go to the interview. In interview, they asked me some few fundamental questions about the electronics because I am an electronics guy and I'm searching for some electronics industry to join. So I just go there. They are asking me some fundamental questions and they tell me that you can join immediately because I am passionate with the electronics things. They just that my first interview is taken by Dilip Parolekar, sir, and that Dilip Parolekar sir are working in PCB power. and they, you know, interviews कैसे होते हैं basically if you have a spark. So interviewer, if they realize this guy having some sparks, so they just pick you for the job. So कैसा होता है कि आप अगर इंटरव्यूज में कुछ तो ऐसा आपका स्किल दिखाते हो सामने वाले को, देन दे विल हायर यू, ऐसा ही है और मेरे साथ ऐसा ही हुआ था. Then I worked there for some 1.5 year. After that, I was giving some exams for R&D organizations, and I joined Center for Materials for Electronics Technology as an R&D engineer. That is a government organization in Pasha. I worked there on different kind of projects for DRDO, for ISRO, and for SAT, space application and okay, for the satellite applications. I worked there for so many years. I think 4 years I worked there, and in that years, whatever the R&D works going on for the let's say PSLV, GSLV, and I think first of the satellite of India. I work with the different government organizations uh, in that thing. So वहाँ पे ये चीज रियलाइज हुई है कि प्राइवेट सेक्टर्स एंड गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर्स आज अगर हम सोचते हैं कि मैं गवर्नमेंट जॉब मिल गया था तो अच्छा रहता है, एक बार जॉब लगने के बाद ऐसा जर्नी सेम हो जाती है, 60 साल के होने तक तो छोड़ना ही नहीं है जॉब एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स. ओके, ऐसा सब रहता है. और गवर्नमेंट जॉब में क्या है कि आपको छुट्टियां और वो सब मिलता है, काफी काम कम रहता है, प्रोजेक्ट्स लंबे चलते हैं, ये सब चीजें होती है, राइट. तो सबको लगता है कि गवर्नमेंट जॉब अच्छा होता है और बहुत सारे लोग गवर्नमेंट जॉब के पीछे, मतलब मुझे मिल जाएगा गवर्नमेंट जॉब, इसके पीछे लग जाते हैं. In 4 years, I realized that कि गवर्नमेंट जॉब है ना अच्छा नहीं होता. वहाँ पे ना, let's say, if I want to do my work honestly और मुझे ना जल्दी करना है, तो जल्दी करने नहीं देते हैं. वो करने नहीं देते. मतलब let's say one of the project of Baba Atomic Research Center, एक सेंसर था बनाना. And that technology is totally different. मतलब इंडिया में नहीं है वो टेक्नोलॉजी. I go to Germany for you know for a KT of that sensors. वहाँ पे गया जर्मनी से, मैं 15 दिन में वो टेक्नोलॉजी सीख के वापस आने के बाद then I realized कि अरे वो लोग तो इसको मतलब कभी के बना चुके हैं जो टेक्नोलॉजी हम अभी बना रहे हैं, right? And I just discussed with the other scientists and people, and we started work on that project. BRC का एक project था, जो most probably that sensor is goes into the mines and where this radiation explosion that is used in Pokhran kind of things, where this uranium और वहाँ पे ऐसा 7-8 हजार डिग्री का टेम्परेचर रहता है, उस टेम्परेचर में दैट सेंसर शुड बी वर्किंग. और ये टेक्नोलॉजी ऐसे 5-10 साल पहले बना चुका है जर्मनी. और वहाँ पे जाके मैं वो केटी लेके आया, देन आई रियलाइज कि इसको बनाने में ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगने वाला, कि इसको तो 1 साल भर का प्रोजेक्ट है, खत्म हो जाएगा. उसको गवर्नमेंट के प्रोसेस की वजह से 3.5 साल लगे टू कंप्लीट दैट प्रोजेक्ट. ओके, सो और ऐसे ही there are different kind of projects. DRDO का प्रोजेक्ट था, then SAC VSSC का प्रोजेक्ट था, उसमें भी ना सेम काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर था. सो मुझे लगा कि ये गवर्नमेंट जॉब है ना बहुत आराम से चलने वाली चीज है, और मुझे आराम नहीं चाहिए बेसिकली. I switched my job to some private organization, which private organization is working into the same domain. मतलब जो विक्रम साराभाई स्पेस सेंटर, VSSC, SAC और DRDO के लिए ही काम कर रहा है, उसमें स्विच कर लिया मैंने. देन वहां पे और 4 साल काम करने के बाद आई रियलाइज कि इससे भी बहुत सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस है जहाँ पे डिफरेंट टेक्नोलॉजी यूज हो रही है। नाउ ये स्पेस वगैरह डीआरडीओ उसके प्रोजेक्ट्स वगैरह वो सब देख लिया। नाउ यू नो मैं बाइकर अच्छा हूँ और मुझे बाइक बहुत पसंद है, राइट। सो ऐसा हर एक चीज के लिए ना आपको एक पैशन लगता है, उसको अगर करना है, उसको समझना है, तो यू हैव टू बी अ पैशन, आपको लगन चाहिए उस चीज के लिए। तो मुझे ना बाइक बहुत पसंद थी और पुणे में ना ऐसा बाइकर्स बहुत है। तो यहाँ पे ना लोग ऐसे बाइक चलाते हैं ना, आप सबको मतलब जितने लोग पुणे से है ना, दे नो कि बाइक एकदम मजा आता है। मेरा 4 व्हीलर है, मैं पार्क करके ना बाइक से है इधर बड़ा चेंबर ऑफ कॉमर्स में पार्क करके दोस्त को भेज लेके इधर है। ओके, मुझे बाइक दिख गया ना, मैं उसका ईवी है, ईवी दे चलेगा चलेगा। तो क्या है वो जो मेरा ये था कि ठीक है अभी ये इस रोज पे सैटेलाइट जीएसएलवी पूरा के देख लिए, वापस जाके देख लिया मैंने। राइट नाउ मुझे ना ऐसे बाइक कार इसमें और बाइक में ज्यादा ये था, तो आई 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 थिंक कि मुझे ना स्विच करना चाहिए। आई नीड टू गो टू सम ऑटोमोटिव ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। देन मैंने स्टार्ट कर दिया। अगेन सेम थिंग, इफ यू आर पैशनेट विद समथिंग तो आप उसको सोचते हो बार बार, वो दिमाग में रहता है, जितना आप दिमाग में उसके रखते हो तो वैसा होते जाता है, राइट। समटाइम्स यू रियलाइज दैट कि अरे मैंने ये सोचा था और ये हो गया, सच में हुआ है, राइट। तो वो कब होता है जब आप सच में लगन से उसके पीछे लग जाते, तभी होता है। ओके, यू शुड बी अ पैशनेट फॉर दैट। वो वही था, मैंने ऑटोमोटिव कंट्रोल सिस्टम्स, बिकॉज आई एम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स गाय, मुझे वापस वही है कि इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इसमें क्या क्या चीजें रहती है। बाइक में लेट्स से बहुत सारा मैकेनिकल्स रहता है, देयर आर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ पार्ट्स, मैकेनिकल पार्ट्स इन वन बाइक। ओके, नट बोल्ट से लेके सब कुछ अगर पकड़ेंगे तो देयर आर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ पार्ट्स। उसमें इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स पार्ट्स क्या क्या रहता है, तो हार्ट ऑफ द इंजन इज द सीडीआई। सीडीआई क्या होता है, टीसीआई क्या होता है, देन डैशबोर्ड क्या होता है, उसके अंदर क्या होता है, क्लस्टर क्या होता है, ये सब इंफॉर्मेशन मैंने लेना स्टार्ट कर दिया। एंड इन 1 and 2 years आई रियलाइज कि अरे इसमें तो बहुत सारा मजा है, इसमें इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स कुछ तो पार्ट्स बनाने में मजा है, राइट। उसमें और चीजें क्या होती है, उसमें क्या क्या काम कैसे करते हैं, कैसे ड्राइवर्स होते हैं, क्या आईसीज होती है, क्या कंट्रोलर्स प्रोसेसर्स होते हैं, उस पर काम करना स्टार्ट कर दिया। एंड जब मैंने इंटरव्यू देना स्टार्ट किया, मैंने एज मतलब फर्स्ट इंटरव्यू किया एंड आई गॉट सिलेक्टेड कि चलो ठीक है, बंदे को पता है सब कुछ, ऐसा लग रहा है। he is working with some another organization with some different domain, but he having a knowledge in automotive, वो लगा उनको और मुझे immediately select कर लिया। and right now I am from last 8 years I am working with the certified mechatronics, जो ऑलमोस्ट इंडिया के सारे टीवीएस मोटर्स, हीरो मोटर्स, बजाज, इन सबको अपार्ट फ्रॉम होंडा, एवरी इंडियन मैन्युफैक्चरर उनको कंट्रोल सिस्टम सॉल्यूशंस प्रोवाइड करते हैं, राइट। आई एम वर्किंग एज अ प्रिंसिपल इंजीनियर, एज अ प्रिंसिपल, जैसे प्रिंसिपल सर एज अ वर्किंग एज अ प्रिंसिपल, आई एम वर्किंग एज अ प्रिंसिपल इन माय ऑर्गेनाइजेशन राइट नाउ। I have I have my own enterprise, EDMS enterprises, that is electronics design and manufacturing services. Before joining the SADABAC, I started on my own firm, that is EDMS enterprises, and in that firm I just providing a solution to different companies on electronics. Okay. Let's say some manufacturing issues are there, some manufacturing, critical things are there where I provide them solutions. And I am working with this certified mechatronics. So this is my overall journey till today. Right now, I am coming to the point. for the students and of course professors. As HR sir said, you know, many of the engineers are thinking कि मैं अभी इंजीनियर बन गया हूँ, मैं क्या करूँ? ओके, उनको ऐसा क्वेश्चंस रहते हैं, राइट? ये क्वेश्चंस जिन लोगों को आते हैं ना, उनको मैं बोलना चाहूंगा कि आप आपको जो करना है वो आपका स्किल्स आपको आइडेंटिफाई करके आना चाहिए फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, राइट? ऐसा नहीं होता है कि एक इंजीनियर मान लो कि इंजीनियर इज एक इंजीनियर बेसिकली ना, आप मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर, केमिकल इंजीनियर, सिविल और समथिंग ऐसा डिफरेंट कुछ मत कीजिए। इंजीनियर इज अ इंजीनियर। आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ इंजीनियर क्या कर सकता है। ओके, लेट्स से कि एक इंजीनियर जिसके घर में मतलब बीवी बच्चे और सब कुछ है और माँ बाप है, वो ना आधा डॉक्टर भी बन जाए। आपको पता ही हो, आधा डॉक्टर बन ही जाता है, राइट? क्योंकि माँ बाप बूढ़े हैं, उनके लिए डॉक्टर्स के पास जाता है चक्कर काटता है, तो उसको समझ जाता है कि पिताजी को कौन सी दवाई कब देनी है, क्या देना है, कब कौन सी गोली किस बीमारी के लिए यूज होती है, राइट? इंजीनियर्स इतने स्मार्ट होते हैं ना कि वो उनका काम छोड़ के ना आधा दूसरों का कभी तो काम कर देते हैं, राइट? तो ये स्किल है, बेसिकली ये स्किल है। Skill is coming through some experience, through some learnings, right? ये ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने कुछ तो पढ़ी की है दवाई के लिए तो आपको मतलब फार्मेसी कर लिया है तो आपको पता है कि इस बीमारी के लिए कौन सी दवाई है, ऐसा नहीं है। बट यू नो बेटर देन द फार्मेसिस्ट, आपको सब पता रहता है, राइट? वो क्यों आता है, तो वो उस पे गौर कीजिए। ये स्किल कहाँ से आता है? स्किल इज कमिंग फ्रॉम लर्निंग डेली। आप दिन में क्या करते हो, डेली क्या करते हो, राइट? सो आपको मतलब एवरी स्टूडेंट्स को मैं बोलना चाहूंगा कि आप ना उस स्किल को रियलाइज करो कि आप में क्या स्किल है। मे बी यू बी अ बैड इंजीनियर। आप ना ऐसे इंजीनियरिंग में आपको 40-50% पढ़ा है, बस मैं इंजीनियरिंग इतना ही कर पाऊंगा, उससे आगे मैं कुछ नहीं कर पाऊंगा। बट यू हैव सम डिफरेंस, आपको कुछ तो मार्केटिंग स्किल हो सकता है आपके अंदर, बिकॉज देखो कुछ कुछ चीजें ना स्कूल से भी आती है। मतलब someone is someone having a home background is like कि उनका कुछ तो एक फैमिली बिजनेस है और वो कुछ तो बेचते हैं, उनका दुकान है और समथिंग, राइट? तो उसमें मार्केटिंग स्किल है ना, ऐसा फूड में, राइट? तो वो मार्केटिंग अच्छे कर सकता है। दैट इज द स्किल। तो उसने जॉब भी ना उस डोमेन में ढूंढना चाहिए कि उसको जो स्किल रियलाइज हुआ है, आई एम अ बेटर मार्केटिंग पर्सन। ओके, फिर उसको फुलफिल करने के लिए व्हाटएवर द स्किल्स रिक्वायर्ड, कम्युनिकेशन चाहिए, ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए, व्हाई वो एनालिसिस, हाउ व्हाट, मतलब ये जो क्वेश्चंस है ना, वो सब आप उसके आंसर ढूंढोगे तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि आपको कैसे, राइट? Just don't go to the interview like कि मैं इंजीनियर बन गया, आई एम इंजीनियर, मैं कोई तो अभी कंपनी में अप्लाई करूंगा, इधर भी चुप करूंगा, उधर भी चुप करूंगा, मेरे को कोई कुछ बुलाएगा मैं जाऊंगा, कुछ तो बताऊंगा। ऐसा मत कीजिए। यू जस्ट रियलाइज योर ओन स्किल्स फर्स्ट। नाउ उसके लिए क्या क्या करना पड़ेगा वो करना स्टार्ट कीजिए, देन यू गो टू द इंटरव्यूज और अप्लाई टू द कंपनीज। सो यही है मेरा स्टूडेंट्स के लिए। टीचर्स के लिए मतलब लेट्स से ऑफ कोर्स प्रोफेसर्स के लिए मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि सर अभी का जनरेशन जो है दैट इज मतलब हमारे टाइम पे ऐसा मोबाइल फोन वगैरह तो थे नहीं, तो कॉलेज में किसी के पास मतलब इतना दुक्का छोटा सा मोबाइल रहता था, राइट? एंड दैट इज फॉर फोन कॉल एंड मैसेजेस ओनली। अभी मोबाइल फोन्स है लोगों के पास। तो अगर कॉलेज ऐसा कुछ मतलब एप्स जिससे मतलब बंदे ज्यादा से ज्यादा मोबाइल देखते हैं, तो उससे कैसा है कि उससे ही सीखना है उनको। मोस्ट प्रोबेबली आप ऐसा छोटे बच्चे रहते हैं घर पे तो आपको पता चलता है अरे मेरे बेटे को मोबाइल आता है। अरे अच्छी बात है, एक तरह से अच्छी बात है। देयर आर सम डिसएडवांटेजेस आल्सो फॉर द मोबाइल फोन्स, बट ऐसा है कि फॉर द कॉलेजेस अगर आप उनको प्रॉपर बेसिक फंडामेंटल जो देने वाले हो, वो आप थ्रू सम एप्स, थ्रू सम की नोट्स वगैरह ऐसा अगर देते हो, तो वो और वो लोग अगर सीरियसली उसको पढ़ते हैं, देन दे बिकम अ गुड इंजीनियर। मतलब उनको वो नॉलेज आते रहेगा, पता चलते रहेगा। वो वन ऑफ द सोर्स मुझे लगता है कि ऐसा है। अभी थोड़ा उस पे आपने सोचना चाहिए, राइट? तो थैंक यू एवरीवन, बेस्ट ऑफ लक।
First of all, thank you, Chandrakant sir. Your story was truly inspiring. Hope it will keep and remind us to keep our sparks alive. Now, for the next keynote speaker, I would like to call.
I request Principal Sir to please felicitate our guest of honors with token of respect. Discussing the impact of alumni on a school or institution can be fascinating. Alumni often play a significant role in shaping the culture, reputation, and development of their alma mater. They can contribute through mentorship, networking, fundraising, and more. Reflecting on the role of principal in cultivating a strong relationship with alumni and for fostering the sense of pride and connection can also be insightful. So, I would like to call our principal to the stage to continue the interaction with the alumni.
Hello. Sorry, I just intervened because otherwise, once I know the emotions are running high. So it would be very difficult for serious discussion later on. Okay. So I just intervened, and at least I am boss today. Okay. So I can intervene a little bit. So sorry. I will just continue and I will not take much time. Although it can go, I mean, on and on, just like yourself. Okay. But I want to give that stage to you to go on and on and on and on. Okay. So then later I will just keep shut my mouth, and only when it is required we will intervene. Otherwise, in the stage will be open to you. Okay. And that is what you all have come here, I know. But it's very important to give some message that what I have planned to do, so that you can contribute in certain way. You can think, you can pick and choose, just like what it is called as cafeteria approach. So I will just put some things in front of you. You can pick and choose where you want to contribute in that. Okay. So that's why I have intervened. So that is what. And secondly, as you can see, I have already put one tag there, which was not there in earlier presentation. So this is new addition. Okay. So lot of additions will be there, and the same thing, keep innovating every day. So this is actually my some of the slides I have put as it is, which I put during my interview as a principal. Correct. And that was my contribution in my interview. The interview went along very well. Varghese sir was also there, one of the contendant. Okay, so he must have also given some presentation in front of the panel. And what chairman board of governors, probably you might be knowing the structure very well. Right now, Ashok Jain of Jain Irrigation Systems Limited is our chairman board of governors, and he said it to me that sir, आप जो presentation दे रहे हो ना वहाँ पे जो दिया था आपने, वो हर जगह repeat करो आप. उतना ही repeat करेंगे तो कॉलेज कहाँ जा रहा है वो सबको पता चलेगा. That is what he has said. So I have given the similar presentation to faculty also, all the faculty, and in every opportunity I am trying to give it to students also. But I cannot give such presentation to the 1100 students, 1300 students. There is no hall where everybody can get accommodated. So I will plan accordingly. So that is my vision actually. Vision next is be Pathik. Pathik is, as you know, explorer, traveler, explorer, but we cannot aim, we cannot roam without any aim. So the vision must be there, so goals must be clear and focused. Although exploration must happen, but goals must be very clear and focused for. So what's next? This is the next, right? So I think many of you might remember those who are coming from especially project management and what's this? What's this? Kaizen, yes. Because many management training you must have done. So this is Kaizen. And Kaizen is a change which is for good. Okay. Basically, the summary of these words Kaizen is a change which is for good. So this is next at GCOEJ. And how I am going to do it, I'll tell you. But for any change, you know there is a resistance, right? So the only thing which you can get a change, without resistance you cannot get a change. So that is a major problem for any change. And whenever I see the word resistance, okay, I get reminded of Ohm's law. Okay, because I am from electronics background, so I know the importance of Ohm's law in electronics. Now you know that once you put a resistance in series with a battery, right, the current flow is V by R. So that the more the resistance, the less is the current. And I normally when teach electronics to my students, I equate that current with the flow of water basically. If you can think electrons as drops of water, the current is the river, right? So the more prominent the river is, the more current, like that. So that is how I relate it. But when you teach Ohm's law, like I is equal to V by R or V is equal to IR, that is just one aspect of current, right? Ohm's law. So this is what is just the lower level of Bloom's taxonomy. Many of you probably might be knowing Bloom's taxonomy. These are the levels on which the assessment should be done of students. So this is just a remember aspect of the Bloom's taxonomy. Okay, but when you put some picture and when you give certain situations, real life situations, this will be better understood. Just like here, the volt is pushing the current, but ohm is opposing it. So the more is the pressure, the less will be the current. So immediately after this, we will shift to the understand part of the Bloom's taxonomy. So instead of just teaching the equation, you should do that. Okay. And understanding is also not is just a simple thing, because as a primer, we all know resistance, inductance, and capacitance. But how resistance, inductance, and capacitance should be understood is summing up by this picture, this cartoon. Okay, and I took this cartoon from Agilent Technologies website a long back. Agilent had a very good series of cartoons with different branches. So this is from the agile technology. Okay, so that is not enough. Now there is resistance to everything. For example, NEP to 2020. So here is the equation which is modified with the NEP 2020. Correct. So the government is pushing the NEP, but people are opposing it. Many people are opposing it. So this is called as the third level of the Bloom's taxonomy. So the same Ohm's law we have applied now in different situations. So this is how people normally resist. But why most people resist? So this is also one of the very important question. And here is what I would like to tell you one very good anecdote and story kind of thing. He is one anthropologist called Turnbull, and he studied. He has a very famous book called as The Forest People. He studied in the Bambuti Pygmy or Mambuti Pygmy area. These people in Africa, deep Africa. While researching on these people, these were really primitive people, and you can see these pictures. Just some of the pictures here. So these are so primitive that these people even don't know what is the development and etc. So while studying these people, he observed a very particular thing, which was very typical. So when these people saw elephant just face to face, they can recognize that this is elephant. Okay, but when you are on some hill kind of thing and elephant is very far away, we know that by vision it looks very small. But when researchers ask them, what is that? Then they said fly, or they said something different thing. So their vision is not developed in such a way that elephant when it goes far away it looks small. So it was very astonishing for the researchers how such kind of vision is there in these Mambuti pygmy. Correct. So that's why we always think whether we are like Mambuti pygmies. We want to do certain new things, but always we think that this is not for us, and even if it is good, we do not see it closely, how close that thing is, and we do not understand the importance of these things. For example, we always oppose certain things by choice and by not having any choice, just because for the sake of opposing. So in NEP, we have one section called as Indian Knowledge System, IKS. Many people oppose that. Why to study this ancient Indian system? Correct. But if you get something from that, is our heritage is so, weak that we cannot study that heritage. We should take pride in understanding our own heritage and learn it, isn't it? So whether we are Mambuti means second very important thing. Another example, Jane Goodall, she also researched various things on these chimpanzees in Africa. Okay, when we see such stories of other people which are not Indian, we always think, "अरे यार क्या काम करता है आदमी, क्या काम करती है," and we appreciate them. Why can't we appreciate new things in India? Right? Those who are thinking out of the box, those who are doing certain things good, then why we don't appreciate them? That is very one big question. And this related to the change is actually the same thing. That we don't want to go in an area where we are not comfortable with. For example, this is a sample pie chart that three categories that I know what I know, then I know that I don't know, and I don't know that I don't know. And nobody wants to go to even I know that I don't know. I don't know that part, but I don't want to go into that part. Forget about the third part. I don't know that I don't know. And this should be reverse basically. All these red and yellow should become green. That we should allow our students, faculty to go into the area of unknown basically. The journey should be in this area. So that is what is my focus. Fortunately, Unfortunately, COVID happened, but fortunately, it has opened our eyes that because the digital transformation happened and the changes are there. One of my personal achievement during COVID was actually that I studied one program which was in combination with British Council and UK India Education and Research Initiative. It was with Dudley College of Technology, England, UK, and it was a 3 week long workshop basically with a change management project. And that change management project I had to do at our institute earlier, my earlier institute at Nanded. Many of you might be knowing HGGS Nanded or Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Institute of Engineering Technology Nanded. So I got CMI level 5 certification in management and leadership. So I took a challenge in our institute to do certain things, and I am taking the same challenge here now, right? So this is my strategy of Patil with differently, seemingly different, all chaotic processes. I want to make it unified as a some goal. Okay. Some of them I know that time is short, so I am just running through. Okay. So there are some foundational values and 6 pillars on which the whole journey will be based on. And these pillars are student, faculty and staff, alumni, industry, government organizations, universities, etc. And then society in general, including alumni and all those things, right? And the foundation are the values to be nurtured. I am very fortunate that the things which these two HRs spoke and many of you might be having in your mind, I am able to, some of them definitely will be addressed in my thinking process, at least what I am going to do. So, for example, the first one is integrity and ethics, right? So, ethics must be also very important, conforming to human rights, rule of law, peace and security, of development, and desire to excel. These will be 6 foundational values which I will try to inculcate among my students, and the activities will be mostly focused on first local, then state level, regional, national, and international level. So innovation will be key to success. There is no doubt about it, and is very important, as rightly pointed out by our honorable experts also, that learning how to learn is the single most crucial skill, which is very important, right? So you should not stop learning. That's why learning how to learn is the skill which I want to do it. So there was some target which I have kept in my mind, that the pathway of our institute, how it will be in 5 years, in 10 years, and the thing which actually one of the interviewer asked me, "Ki you will be appointed only for 5 years. Then why have you your plan for 10 years?" Then I said to him that, "Sir, जो 5 साल मैंने फाउंडेशन किया वही आगे लेके गए तो 10 years तक वो टारगेट अचीव हो जाएगा, otherwise you can appoint me for another 5 years later." Okay, so why should I stop at 5 years? So when I joined, actually, yeah, I take one course also. Being a principal, I teach to final year students, final year electronic students also one course, and I say to my students jokingly कि आज मैं तो आपको सिखा रहा हूँ, you will be passed out this year, but आपका जब alumni meet हो जाएगा, right? तो तब आप मुझे बुला लेना, वो क्या है मैं भी थोड़ी देर में बताऊंगा, कौन सा alumni meet की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ. Okay, so there were some. I will share this presentation with everybody because I have your email IDs now. So what needs to be focused upon, what approach is needed to be used, okay? And the most important thing which I will be focusing is on strengthening institutes innovation ecosystem, and it comes along with many things. So it will be encouraging to take part in the innovation journey, fostering culture of innovation. For example, design thinking, creativity, experimentation, and most importantly, remove the fear of failure, right? So it should be the uh, uh, we had one poem from Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore many years ago, that education thrives where the mind is without fear. There was a very good poem by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, where the mind is without fear. Okay. So there were many things which I have included here, right? And the change management, I will follow the quarter strategy of making, I mean, just create urgency, then form a coalition, create vision, communicate, empower. And this is one part of communicating the change, right? One effort of communicating what is going to happen. And cooperation, collab is must, right? So without collab and cooperation, it's very difficult to keep our rails on track, right? So that's why. And I am not of the type that I don't want to change. I want all of you to change, right? So I want to change first, right? So if I am not ready to change, right? Being in government organization also, if I say that you should change and I will not change, then that is not good. So I am on the other side who want to change myself if there are some. So I have taken inputs from you also where there is a need which I am not thinking in such fashion. So how I am going to do it? That is what I told you, that this innovation ecosystem I have started doing two programs already. We have done. There is one program of Maharashtra government called as Cornell Maha 60 for startups and entrepreneurs. So we had one program where our honorable district collector came to our institute to address that program. We also had the Student Innovation Challenge finalist presentation in our institute. Right? What they needed was just a platform, and that platform I provided to them. Just now, I got a phone call of Deputy Superintendent of Police that we want to collaborate with your institute, and I immediately said yes. कि जो भी करना है आप सुपरिटेंडेंट ऑफ पुलिस के साथ हम जो भी आपको टेक्नोलॉजिकल इंटरवेंशन चाहिए आपके फंक्शनिंग में वो मैं देने के लिए रेडी हूँ, राइट? सो आई वांट टू हैव द community engagement in that fashion. So that's why so these already I have shown. So what I have done now, some of the steps already, that I have started using email, because unfortunately, sorry to say in front of everybody, but even students were not using emails provided to them. That the email which is at gcoej.ac.in email provided to them, students were not using, right? So when I sent my mail and asked random students कि मेरा मेल पढ़ा क्या, सर आपने कब भेजा, राइट? कब भेजा मतलब अरे तूने देखा नहीं क्या? नहीं सर मेरे जीमेल पे तो कुछ आया नहीं. अरे मैंने जीमेल पे नहीं भेजा भाई, मैंने अपने कॉलेज के ईमेल आईडी पे तुझको मेल भेजा है. Then they started remembering वो क्या पासवर्ड है और क्या है क्या नहीं है. Okay, I made it sure that वो मेल पढ़े सब लोग, correct? And here is what I am going to announce also, that I will try my level best to give all alumni mail with the domain of @gcoeg.ac.in, because Google is giving free to me, correct? And if I provide a particular email ID to you as an alumni, Google will not say anything, correct? जब वो बंद करेंगे तब देखा जाएगा क्या करना है, लेकिन जब तक वो मुझे नहीं बोलते हैं, करेक्ट, कि ये आप मत करो, ये एलुमनी को क्यों दे रहे हो आप ईमेल, उनको क्या पता है ये एलुमनी है ये क्या है, ठीक है? मैं आपका बिल्कुल जैसे अभी मैं मेल देता हूँ स्टूडेंट्स को पीआरएन नंबर से, आपके पीआरएन नंबर जनरेट करूंगा, करेक्ट, आपके बैच के, और वैसे आपको मेल्स दे दूंगा. उससे मेरा डबल फायदा है. एक फायदा ये है कि बिकॉज I can use Google Spaces. The Google Spaces is the concept which is integrated in Gmail itself now. The groups are automatically created. The communication happens very easily. Correct. So if I send message to Google Space, it will reach to all of you at once, right? So and it's an instant communication, and you can have also your instant communication within yourself also if it is related to institute. You can keep your own working groups, right? So you can have focus groups. For example, one group working on internship, one group of working on mentorship, one group working for fund generation, So you can have your own Google group, that Google space, and work on that project specifically. So the project management and all those things become very easy, correct? And you can have calendar integrated here, you can have chat integrated here, you can have tasks, Google Tasks integrated here, you get Google Drive here, and the Drive is unlimited. The drive which comes with at gcoeg.ac.in is unlimited, correct? So you can put your all photos and videos upload there. Okay, so जब तक Google free देगा तब तक मुझे क्या करना है? So you don't have to buy the space, right? So देखता हूँ मैं कितना हो सकता हूँ. अगर कोई मुझे मदद करेगा alumni में से ये सब मैनेजमेंट करने में, correct? So I will try to do it. ये सब मैं धीरे-धीरे करूँगा. एंड उसका फर्स्ट स्टेप मैंने कॉलेज में शुरू किया है. हेड्स एंड डीन्स का एक ग्रुप बनाया है, फिर बाकी सारे स्टूडेंट्स के ग्रुप बनाए, फर्स्ट ईयर का, सेकंड ईयर का, थर्ड ईयर का, फाइनल ईयर का, अलग अलग ग्रुप. मेरे सब्जेक्ट के सारे कम्युनिकेशन इस पे होते हैं, गूगल स्पेसेस पे होते हैं. स्लोली आई एम गोइंग टू रिमूव व्हाट्सएप फ्रॉम आवर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बिकॉज my motto here is that if message is in Google space, it is about institute. Simple. WhatsApp is my personal choice. WhatsApp is my personal space. Message अगर Google space पे आ गया तो वो institute related है. So it's become very easy to do the time management also. Okay. Then I have weekly meetings of heads and deans to take the stock of situation. Then daily rounds to check cleanliness. I have started. The campus is very small, so means it's a double benefit scheme for me. I can become slim and trim. Okay, so it's a cleanliness I have done. I have revived the LinkedIn page, and just before this inauguration, I was talking to HRs that there was a funny story actually behind this. I posted message on my LinkedIn and my personal social media pages, and with a message that this page जो जिसने भी स्टार्ट किया है he should contact me on this email ID. लेकिन एक बच्चा थोड़ा फॉरवर्ड निकला. वो बच्चे ने क्या किया कि उसका स्क्रीनशॉट लेके लिंक्डइन को मेल भेजा सपोर्ट को कि आवर प्रिंसिपल वांट्स टू रिवाइव दिस पेज. लेकिन लिंक्डइन ने पासवर्ड उसको दिया, मुझे नहीं दिया. And that also I don't know whether they have means checked the authenticity, because he had used actually his personal Gmail account to send that mail to support. I don't know कुछ error उनके इसमें आ गया, लेकिन वो दूसरे दिन मेरे पास आ गया बच्चा दौड़ते दौड़ते, सर मैंने पासवर्ड रिकवर कर लिया. तेरे को कैसे मिला पासवर्ड? लेकिन फॉर्चुनेटली फिर जल्दी से उससे पासवर्ड लेके मैंने चेंज कर दिया, so that then nobody else will change it again. But there is a loophole in this definitely. If somebody hacks your page like this, just like it's difficult. But okay, just to cut the story short, I have started reviving this LinkedIn page, putting messages on that, and many of you might have seen connected with this. Okay. Then I give online display of daily attendance for the students. There is a Google sheet there. As soon as my lecture ends, okay, students will get their attendance along with what is their percentage and whether they are eligible for writing exams or not. Okay, so whether they are eligible for, and this is a reverse pressure now on them because principal is doing it. So there is pressure on faculty also now. Okay, principal sir कर रहे हैं तो हम भी करेंगे. Of course, कुछ genuine reasons होंगे तो उसमें थोड़ा सा bandwidth है, okay, but and what I give on the flip side of it, if student is really low in attendance, I keep extra lectures to motivate them. ठीक है, तेरा नहीं हो रहा है ना, तो extra lectures मैं लेता हूँ उनके और attendance makeup करने का chance देता हूँ. So I have to work. मैंने बोला ना, I am not of the type that I want all of you to change. Okay, I should change first, right? So I take extra lectures and try to make up their attendance so that they will not lag behind. और किसी भी सिस्टम में थोड़ा तो टाइम लगता है चेंज होने को. करेक्ट, आई एम श्योर दैट ये इनर्शिया जो है थोड़ी दिन में निकल जाएगा और धीरे धीरे फिर ये बताने की भी जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी कि स्टूडेंट क्लास अटेंड कर रहे हैं. ओके, so the calendar I have made, this was already feature of our institute after autonomy, but I will try to make it in such a way that we will stick to the calendar. We should not change it because lot of plans depend, vacations and all those. Okay, so this is my point of view basically. I know I am taking lot of time, but how to make GCOEJ better from my point of view, and this is open secret because I have already put this on website as a principal's message. Okay, so you can go to our college website and go to principal's message. There I have done this presentation, not presentation, but my message in detail. This is just some summary of that message, and I did one innovative thing also while doing this. I use ChatGPT. Okay, I use ChatGPT that what a principal should do. Okay, okay. In this age of AI and ML and all these things to do. So ChatGPT gave me some suggestions. Okay, I put my own suggestions there. Okay, and the draft message from the principal I forwarded to all students. So what I did is that the draft message from principal I sent to all students, right? So that they can contribute also. Because it was not only from my point of view or principal's point of view or faculty point of view. It should be from the student point of view also. So I used a Google form. So students gave suggestions that सर ये आप भूल गए या ये मुझे लगता है कि ये भी आपको उसमें डालना चाहिए. So then finally I combined all these things and put that principal's message there. So this is what a collab and collaboration and all the participation we have to increase. Okay. So I will just skip through the innovative learning and assessment. So this is a very good word I have found out from one of a very good document by Dr. Raghunath Masharkar committee. Because in Maharashtra, no one is there who doesn't know Dr. Raghunath Masharkar. He was a chairman of a task force for implementation of NEP 2020 in Maharashtra, and he has put a vision document, right? And in that vision document, he said, "कि innovation in education is old now. We should not think of innovation in education. We should have education in innovative environment." Okay, it should not be innovation in education. It should be education happening in innovation. Correct? So he has given this word education in innovation instead of innovation in education. So I am sticking to this word for the next 5 years at least. Then multidisciplinary approach already I have seen, and this is what we should equip students with modern 21st century skills, critical thinking, 5 C's as they are called: critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, curiosity, and communication. And this I have taken once again from government websites. They say that you should do this. Okay, but I am literally following them and trying to follow with, I mean, what you call as in letter and spirit. Okay. So innovation and startup system already I am doing, and I am very glad to announce that last month only 2 groups of our final year electronics students had got courage to announce that they have started their startups. Because earlier, I mean, their spirit of entrepreneurship was somehow kind of suppressed. The environment they felt was not good to declare it in college that they are doing some entrepreneurship, right? So startup. So 2 groups came forward. They came to me and they said that, sir, हमको ये बताना है कि हम अब startup करने वाले हैं, कर रहे हैं basically, and they reached up to prototype, right? And one group even, yeah, you can definitely declare, right? And one group has even finished product, correct? Kind of say beta testing तक वो पहुंच गए हैं. It's I mean, I will just announce it on LinkedIn very soon. So 2 groups already have announced their startups,
And one group in civil engineering, he is working on filtration system, innovative filtration system. Very soon, he is also going to announce that he will go for startup. Okay, so this is what is happening in innovation and startup space, and solving real world problem. I mean, think global, act local, all these jargons you might be knowing. Promoting a culture of collab and beautiful and vibrant campus. I want to develop a campus where students want to stay even on holidays. Correct. So the campus should be in such a way that it should be always filled with students. They should feel that this is where I should stay. It's not that most of them are around Jalgaon, right? 150 kilometers, 200 kilometers at the most. So they go every weekend. कुछ एक हॉलिडे आ गए बीच में 2-3 दिन भाग गए. So I don't want students to go to their hometowns. मैंने उनको बोला है कि अब बाय बाय कर लो, नेक्स्ट टाइम जब आओगे तो मम्मी पापा को बताना कि अब मैं 3 साल के लिए कॉलेज में रहूंगा, राइट? बैग पैक करके अच्छे तरीके से 3 साल में आऊंगा ही नहीं. फिर मम्मी पापा को लगना चाहिए कि अरे 1 साल हो गया अभी तक आया नहीं, क्या कर रहा है, तो फिर जाना एक दिन, राइट? उनको बताने के लिए हाँ मैं हूँ, ओके कर रहा हूँ कुछ ऐसा. कैंपस में आपको इतना करना चाहिए कि you should just stay there on even on holidays. And many of you might have missed or probably I have skipped this industry alumni and stakeholder engagement because that is what we are doing today. One thing again I want to announce here that this year the industry alumni meet has happened here. Next year it will be happening at Jalgaon. Okay. और वो कब होगी? Date I am going to announce now. It will be third weekend of December. Fixed. Every alumni meet will happen on during the third weekend of every December. Why? Next year it is very special. Why it is special? Because the first batch passed out at 2000, correct? 2000, 2001, 99, 2000. Okay. So this is their silver jubilee year, 2024-25. Correct. So from next alumni meet onwards, we will be specially felicitating those silver jubilee batch alumni, and we will try to contact each and every silver jubilee batch alumni from next year, and that's why I am announcing it today only. At least 9 months in advance, right? At least 9 months in advance, I am going to launch this. So those 2000 batch students, anybody here 2000 batch? Okay. So he will be responsible. So wait. Itna mat haso. He will be responsible to communicate with his batch. Okay? But we will be there because Gopli is also here, and Shafiq is there from Alumni Association, and we have many other things. So what we are going to do is we will make a few of those 2000 batch as main coordinators. Then for each branch, there were only 3 branches that time. So for each branch, we are going to appoint one coordinator. So that person of that branch will coordinate with their batch. And where are they? कहाँ पे है? दुबई में है, अमेरिका में है, अफ्रीका में है, जाम्बिया में है, जहाँ भी है उनको ढूंढ निकालेंगे, उनसे कनेक्ट करेंगे, and 9 months पहले से ये एक्टिविटी स्टार्ट होगी, and we will try to ensure that maximum from Silver Jubilee batch should attend that event. Okay. But what about others? Others के लिए तो ओपन एंट्री है कभी भी, ठीक है? बाकी सब जो alumni हैं, उनके लिए तो कभी भी all alumni meet are for you. But we will be specially felicitating 2000 batch students, right? क्योंकि ये 25 years के बाद का reunion होगा उनका, उनके लिए तो बहुत ज़्यादा यादगार होगा. And for
next year onwards, every year it will be there. And for them, 2000 batch students, I have already started communicating with their teachers. करेक्ट, उनके बैच के जो टीचर्स थे, जैसे अकोले सर है और बाकी जो सारे टीचर्स हैं, वो अगर कहीं आसपास है सेटल्ड, करेक्ट, तो उनसे भी हम कांटेक्ट करेंगे, उनकी भी डेट फिक्स करेंगे. आई विल ट्राई टू ब्रिंग almost every teacher who wants to come to that meet. Correct, almost every teacher. जितने भी टीचर्स आएंगे उस बैच के, उन सबको मैं बुलाना चाहूंगा. एंड प्लस आप जिनको चाहेंगे, we will make it very grand event at Jalgaon. ओके, वहां पार्किंग का भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा. जैसे I know that many of alumni have just went because there is no space for parking car here. Okay, but वहां पे तो कोई पार्किंग का प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा. 20 एकड़ का कैंपस है अपना, ठीक है, तो कहीं भी कार पार्क कर लो, राइट. एंड कम विद फैमिली, राइट. 2000 बैच स्पेशली अपने बच्चों को भी दिखाना चाहेंगे कि मैंने यहाँ से डिग्री ली है, राइट. सो यू हैव टू कम विद फैमिली. सो देयर आर मेनी सच थिंग्स for this alumni and stakeholder engagements with industry, of course, right, which I am not going to do it today because it will take a lot of time. So that's why only one picture that I want to connect with all of you. Okay, so you know that when the going gets tough, the tough are the one who only get going. That's why there must be a learning curve for everybody, including myself, including everyone. So our mission innovation should be via keeping society in focus, reflecting on our strengths, setting ambitious goals, reflecting on taking risks, and stretching beyond our comfort zones. And as I said, Dr. K.M.Munshi, he very long ago he has written this article कि भारत महान आहेच, त्याचं रूपांतर आपण संधीच्या साम्राज्यात करूया. Long ago he has written this article in Saptahik Sakar. So I had scanned that article that time and I put here, but because of lack of time, I'm just skipping it through. भारताचं भविष्य आयटी म्हणजे इन्फॉर्मेशन टेक्नॉलॉजी मध्ये नसून आयटी म्हणजे इंडियन टॅलेंट मध्ये दडले. आणि भारतीय मन महान आहेतच, पण आपल्या मानसिकतेचं काय, तोच खरा कळीचा मुद्दा आहे. तर ही मानसिकता बदलण्यासाठीच आपण इथे जमलेलो आहोत आणि आपल्याला खरी गरज आहे ती आत्मविश्वासाची. पण खेदाची गोष्ट म्हणजे बाकीचं जग आपल्याकडे स्फूर्तिदायक म्हणून बघत असताना आपण स्वतःवरचा विश्वास गमावून बसत चाललो आहोत. ओके, तर लँड ऑफ ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज अमेरिकाला म्हणतात, तसं लँड ऑफ आयडियाज असा उल्लेख रघुनाथ माशेलकरांनी आपल्या भारताचा केलेला आहे. ओके, सो I also give this inspirational story to my students. अभी तक बहुत कम लोगों को पता है स्टूडेंट्स को, लेकिन ये एक बीबीसी का डॉक्यूमेंट्री है. करेक्ट, बीबीसी का एक डॉक्यूमेंट्री है इनसाइड द ह्यूमन बॉडी. उसमें का जो थर्ड पार्ट था बिल्डिंग योर ब्रेन, उसमें का ये पिक्चर्स है बेसिकली. So he is a man, right, named Eric, and he got blindness during his adulthood. मतलब कुछ 25-30 साल का होगा तब वो ब्लाइंड हो गया. करेक्ट, he was able to see earlier. लेकिन टेक्नोलॉजीज ने क्या किया कि एक ऐसे डिवाइस बनाया जिसको बोलते हैं ब्रेन पोर्ट डिवाइस. ब्रेन पोर्ट डिवाइस, दैट डिवाइस हैज टू बी केप्ट ऑन द पैलेट, राइट, मतलब जीभ पे रखना है उसको. तो वो मिनी वाइब्रेटर्स है, नथिंग एल्स. सो एक कैमरा लगा के ऐसे कैमरा का जो फीड है वो उसको ऐसे दिखेगा, इमेज प्रोसेसिंग करके कुछ वाइब्रेटर्स वाइब्रेट होते हैं एंड ही will see what is there in front of his eyes through his palate. Correct, through his palate. So this is what this documentary is very good. This particular episode was very good, and his vision, I mean, how is he seeing? Not through his eyes but through his palate, right? So that is what we should have, such kind of vision. So seeing is believing, but seeing in which form, right? So that is very important. किसी भी form में हो, seeing is very important. And I am very fascinated by this man. his sentence is thinking should become your capital asset. No matter whatever ups and downs you should come across your life. And another of his very important statement: technology and life science is a group activity. It is not based on individual intelligence but on the interaction of many people from the wings of fire. And lastly, just 15 seconds is a small story which I get inspired from every time I go through this. The story's name is "The Great Work is Its Own Reward." Okay, and just come here. So what you have to do is just watch this and listen to my words, nothing else. Okay, great work is its own reward. When someone tells you that you can't do something, look around, consider all options, then go for it. Use all the traits within you, be creative, and in the end, you will succeed. Okay. A very small story, and thank you very much. So I'll be open to questions, but later. Okay, because we'll start our regular very soon. Okay. So I'm open to questions, but just just to manage the time, we'll take questions later. Okay. So thank you and sorry, madam, आपका पूरा schedule disturb कर लिया. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words and for the steps that you are currently trying to implement in our institution. So, there is a one famous quote of Sir Bill Gates that I want to here introduce. Surround yourself with the people who challenge you, teach you, and push you to be your best self. So, now we will move further towards the success stories. So, I would like to call Amol Malpure sir on the dais for few words.
Hello. Good afternoon, friends. It's quite time we are sitting. HR is here, so as per philosophy, 90 minutes after that we should have the breaks, right? We cannot be more attentive after that, but still we'll continue because we are learning phase.
Yes.
So I must appreciate the efforts of principals and what he has taken throughout what I have seen just now, what we have seen just now. I must appreciate, yes, some time ago someone says government में चीजें होती नहीं है, but if something is driving force is there, then things are move fast. With some of the examples, uh, I will not take much time because short of time, almost many of us are hungry, no problem. Only thing I would like to share is that I will share with my learning, my experiences from the college and to the industry, which will help you in your next, what I can say, journey of the career. There are various aspects which may be applicable to the students, may be applicable to the college as a faculty, but these views and are personally, if you want, like, you take it. If you don't like, please, it is not about, it's my personal views. So with that permission, I will start. I will share with my story. Uh, Basically, I'm a mechanical engineer. I would say an accidental mechanical engineer. Not decided I have to do the mechanical engineering. I was, means if I ask in the normal family, I have two brothers. One will be the engineer, second will be the doctor. So by default, like three idiots, it was decided. Somehow I could not manage in the government score of getting admission in the MBBS. I could get in the government the BDS and the BMS. My elder brother who was engineer, he told that how many years you will go and sell that red water and the green water, 20 rupees, 30 rupees. So come out of that, do the engineering as it is in the government college with the less fees. So sir, that's why I become the mechanical engineer from the government engineering. So it is not that I decided. By accident I'm the mechanical engineer. About that, everyone talked about what should be done. But what I feel, what is every
most of us know there is some lagging in how we can do it. So I think why is there, what is there. Now I will speak about how. How part. A couple of colleagues already said that fostering the learning culture, we should learn everything on daily basis anew. One very good word the ma'am said, choose your battle wisely. So I would like to speak very few of these terminologies and we'll wrap up in another 5 minutes, not more than that. So when we say that what should be the learning culture, it is requirement, but how it can be incorporated, how it can be nurtured in daily life of the students. If we look at that perspective, it is not that when you become the engineer, you have two options, like the three data, become a rancho or become a chatur. If you want to decide the rancho, then go on the innovation field. Then how you can innovate? What is the society problem? With that, how you can solve the society problem? If you concentrate on them, you can innovate it. That is the first thing. But they are very few. Coming to the chatur side. So when I say chatur side, it is like get a good job in the good organization. Getting a good job, it not only the luck factor, but it's somehow the strong willingness. It also matters. Because what it demands, if you understand what it demands to go there, you can correlate what exactly it is. Right from the engineering college days. Whatever the, I will just say small example, whatever the activities or the events which we are doing in the engineering college, there are small things for the improvement. I think that is the scope of learning for us. Very well, there are many of us here who are corporate can easily identify what's going wrong on the dais, can easily identify. But it is not here, we are not here for pinpointing. It is just what they have done at their best. But if we can find something better in this also, they can learn something more. Right? So in that fashion, what we are doing, if I understand why I am doing, it will be the more and more clarity we'll have. And when the clarity in the thoughts we have, we can perform the better way. So these are just learning from me during last 16 days, last 16 years in my corporate life. But at the end, I will just not end. I have to say something more. But the corporate life is not the end. Something beyond also is there. It might be the personal life, yes, of course. But why we are here on the earth? Why we are here? If we thought this, we have to give back something to the society. In what manner we are giving back to the society, that matters. It might be with your CSR activities, no doubt. It is corporate agenda, you are just executing it, no doubt. But as a person, as a human being, how I can get back and give back to the society. That's if I think each one of us, and as we know, the next generation is more smarter, more clever than us because being in the R&D field in last 16 years, the automotive field, someone said about Germany. I know how and we are behind in the technology in the automobile field too, because I'm in the German MNC, and when we give the idea, it is not easily get accepted in the European market as R&D. It is very clear, but they are very well known. If I surpass or throw any challenges to these guys, these will pass on with the minimum available budget. Because Chandrayaan 3 is, I think, the most successful story for the India, for all the corporate learner in the just 75 million INR that has been completed. It is, I will say, 1/10 of the one October projects. So these are the lessons learned from the India side, and now we are learning from that how we can do it. So next milestone is that when I interview the person in front of me, it is from either from NIT or IIT. The amount of smartness he has, the amount of the clarity on the subject that guy has, somewhere feel that I am running behind the time for my knowledge, something like that. But only thing is the will. The skill part now I think I have done in the last 15 years. Now the will part comes. How and when. So I will say to the new students is the more on the self-reflection. What the self-reflection we have as a person. What is my strength area? Can I capitalize that strength area in my corporate? If it is, then we can achieve anything. How we can identify that strength area for ourselves? There are various ways to identify it. First, the way activity we are doing in the college. Are we participating in the lectures or are we not participating? If we are participating in what kind of discussions we are participating. Yes, many of the LLBs here, lots of last benches. Okay, I will cut it short, no problem. So, in what kind of discussion we are participating, it gives something direction what the interest I have, what is the strength I am having. If we can cultivate that, it is better. If not, then I would request to sir, it is not sure, it is not readily available, but if we can do some psychometry for the students, if we can do some psychometry for the students, then we can identify the right potential at the right time. I think this will be the one of the key factors where we can focus at this moment. Now coming to the other part of the faculty side. Sorry to say, sir, but when we say we have to do it, but I am the strong believer leading by the example. When I am having the sufficient knowledge, then and then only I can deliver it. If it is not, then I cannot. Being in the education system right now, being autonomous, we have the liberty to choose the subject, we have liberty to choose the academics for that. That is, I think, much better, because reading the IC engine of B Ganeshan, in which is being written in 1986 till now, the technology is completely changed. Bernoulli's theorem, RK Bansal, RK Rajput, nothing is coming in the way. I was thinking what exactly is helping in my knowledge, but at the end I understood these subjects give me the logic identification, the logic development, which helping me to find out the alternatives. So that is the indirect tangible benefit. What are the subjects I learned or we are learning? So from that perspective, we can catch what exactly is the current need. Honestly, it is not about to dominant or predominant anyone, but the mechanical industry is going to die out. Industry will survive if we could not change with the current trends. So why mechatronics is the trend which is already accepted in the NITs and IITs almost a decade ago. Now we are here to identify it. We have the liberty to choose it. Definitely, sir, with the help, we can suggest you some of the subjects we can choose for our student for their betterment. If it is not, the bookish knowledge will help them, but at least they can understand where we want to go in the near future. So I think I have covered from for the self-reflection, from the student or the faculty. I will not take much time. I will wrap it. And thanks, sir, once again, sir, Professor, for giving me this opportunity. And I have not prepared anything. It is just what I heard in the last three sessions. That's all. Thank you.
Well, thank you, sir, for your informative session. My friends, until now, we are just hearing about the stories of other people. But now, I would like to share a story that which is connecting all of us together. The success story of our college, the Institute, Government College of Engineering, Jalgaon. Until now, our institute has built many excellent engineers alumni, working in their prominent organization as technical leads, directors, some are project manager, BU leader India, some dean of college, and many more. So, give them a huge round of applause. Once again, give a huge round of applause for these speakers because we have such excellent alumni. Now, we have a fun activity for all our alumni, which is time machine. In this activity, we are giving you some time to tell about all your experiences or few of your memories regarding the college. So I would like to request few of the alumni to please come on the dais or share your experiences with us. No gyan, only fun. It's all about your memories.
It's okay if it's an awkward memory or a frightening one. It's okay. We all want a fun event. So please.
Balram sir, are you interested?
Harshit sir, please. Subramaniam sir, please. Anyone? See, we have a network.
First introduce yourself.
My
Hello. Good afternoon. माझं नाव राहुल पांडुळे. I'm a 2016 pass out batch. Instrumentation branch. पण ऍक्च्युली सरांना माहितच होती. जुने सर होते डॉक्टर सदावर्ते सर आणि माझे एचओडी डोंगोदे सर. पण ऍक्च्युली म्हणजे की मी सदाकला एचओडी सरांच्या कॅबिन मध्ये असायचो. काही झालं की म्हणजे कॉलेजचा तुकार बरोबर म्हटलं तरी झालं. पण नालायक होतो मी. अजूनही आहे तसंच आहे, सुधारू नाही. एक की त्याच्यातच भरपूर काही शिकायला मिळालं आणि माझे जे एचओडी होते त्यांनी वेळोवेळी गायडन्स केलं. पण असं की निगेटिव्ह थिंकिंग कधी म्हणजे त्यांनी या गोष्टी सांगितल्या नाही किंवा ज्या काही मी वाईट गोष्टी करत होतो कॅबिन मध्ये एकट्यात घेऊनच आणलं होतं. त्या लोकांना कधी आपलं नाही कधी काही झालं की आमचे काका यायचे. मी लेक्चरला बसायला असायचो. राहुल पांडुळे. हा राहुल पांडुळे म्हटलं की हा ठीक आहे आलं. चालू लेक्चर मध्ये उठायचं, सरांच्या कॅबिन मध्ये जायचं. सरांचा एकच क्वेश्चन असायचा, काय केलं? काय केलं? काय केलं? तुझ्या कंप्लेंट आल्या दुसऱ्या डिपार्टमेंट मधून. आणि माझ्या सरांकडे दुसऱ्या डिपार्टमेंट मध्ये कंप्लेंट यायच्या की ह्याने असं केलं, ह्याने तसं केलं. त्यामुळे बऱ्याच गोष्टी शिकलो आणि सरांचा सपोर्ट राहायचा प्रत्येक वेळेस कल्चरल ऍक्टिव्हिटी मध्ये आणि बऱ्याच गोष्टींमध्ये मी इन्व्हॉल्व राहायचो. त्याचा फायदा आता झाला. आता मी एरिया सेल्स मॅनेजर म्हणून काम करतोय पूर्ण इंडियामध्ये नावाची कंपनी आता सेल्स इंजिनियर म्हणून काम करतोय. आणि त्याचा बेनिफिट ज्या काय आपण ऍक्टिव्हिटीज असतात कॉलेजच्या त्याच्यामध्ये ज्या पार्टिसिपेट करतो की इंटरॅक्शन कसं करायचं बाकीच्या लोकांसोबत त्या गोष्टीचा फायदा आता होतो आपल्या वर्किंग लाईफ मध्ये. त्यामुळे ज्या काही आता स्टुडंट कमीच आहे त्यामुळे जे काही स्टुडंट आहेत त्यांना सांगतो की आपल्या कॉलेजमध्ये जे काही ऍक्टिव्हिटीज होतात त्यामध्ये पार्टिसिपेट करा. विचार करू नका की लोक काय म्हणतात, त्याचा फायदा नंतर होतो. ठीक आहे, थँक्यू. हॅलो हॅलो Hello everyone.
Hello,
Am I
sir.
audible?
Yes, sir.
So very good afternoon to all of you, and thank you for giving me this opportunity today. So, given a topic of fun activity, so let's talk about what kind of fun we had. First of all, let me introduce myself. Harshal Shah. I'm a 2002 pass out batch from Electronics and Telecommunication. So we were just second or third batch during those days, and then the fun part of that batch is that I remember few memories, like because now it's almost more than 20 years. The journey of 20 years was not that easy at the school, but the period during which we stayed at GCOEJ was very, memorable, right? A couple of days ago, I came across a group of engineering students from chemical engineering faculty from MIT College of this Alumni. They came to our facility for industrial visit, and I just went back 20 years. And then immediately I came across this event link, so I thought I should go and I should attend. I should not miss this opportunity. So that's one. And when it comes to the fun at engineering, is that how we used to complete our journals before practical exams. Those days, uh, we on a Saturday, on a weekend, we used to come to a college when all the doors are closed, and then we used to sit on the platform outside in the garden, and all 20 friends sharing each other's journal and helping each other to complete the practical sheets and making it available for Viva. So that used to be the fun activity during those days. Yeah. And some practical experiences, like when we were performing the practicals in the laboratory, sometimes we used to connect the wrong connections, so short circuit used to happen, right? And on the CRO, we used to see straight line, there is no sine wave. So, we used to make a lot of interpretation out of it. Is working or not working? That kind of fun activity we used to have in the laboratory. The most important part, how we developed our logic. I should acknowledge that from the lessons what we learned from Mr. Sadavate sir and the Akole sir, they helped us to develop our logic. We used to work a lot on that 8085 microprocessor, and we used to develop that programming with 4 digits, 0 and 1, 0 and 1. And that is where it helped us to develop our logic. So in a practical situation in life, wherever you need to apply that logic has come from that study. Of course, I never used microprocessor in my last 20 years, but yes, that logic has helped me a lot to be here in this student whatever. That's all about myself. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any more memories to share? Please. Come on, sir.
Actually, I'm not alumni of this college, but I was a student of Karimja College when I was living behind the walls of government engineering. So MH19 कॅफे तिथे होता, सगळ्यांना माहिती असेल. So नाव पाटील म्हटल्यावर थोडंसं रक्त गरम असतं आमचं. आणि MH19 ला जनरली आपल्याला माहिती आहे काय व्हायचं तिथं. कॉलेज ग्रुप्स, भांडणं, मारामाऱ्या सगळंच व्हायचं. आणि मी प्रॉपर रावेरचा आहे. सो थोडंसं दादागिरी करायचो आम्ही तिथं. आणि ती दादागिरी चालू असताना एक तर रामन पोलीस स्टेशनवरनं गाडी आली आणि आम्ही जे पळालो ते सरळ गव्हर्नमेंट इंजिनिअरिंगला लपलो. सो माझी ती फर्स्ट ट्राय होता की म्हणजे कुठून तरी वाचण्यासाठी आम्ही तिथे गेलो होतो. तसे भरपूर मित्र माझे खूप साऱ्या मेमरीज आहेत गव्हर्नमेंट इंजिनिअरिंग कॉलेज आणि जीपी जळगावच्या. हो, वॉलवरनं उडी मारलेली. आणि तीच एक ऑप्शन आम्हाला कन्व्हिनियंट होता तिथून. सो ती एक मेमरी आज सगळे मेमरी शेअर करत असताना मला जस्ट आठवली म्हणून शेअर.
Myself, Patil, pass out from AIDC engineer. Basically, I'm working with Zoom communication now as a product manager. So today I'm going to talk about one of my chapter of my life. I only remember this as my struggle with language. So I basically came from a very small village. It is nearby here in Srigonda, like another district. And I only know like Marathi as a language. I studied English, Hindi, but it is more of a subject. And I was not very good with conversation in English and Hindi. And I remember in the second year, I had to face this oral exam. I think Lalit Bhaiya sir was there as external. I think he came from Amur. And I was in very difficult situation because I knew only Marathi, and that day I only knew Hindi and English. So you can imagine the kind of oral I had that day. Yeah, the oral and that day I can still remember today. That's what. And one message also I wanted to go with this like story. That language is not a barrier. It's just a medium to express yourself, to communicate yourself. And today I'm working for a communication company, so you can imagine language. Language is really not a barrier, right? So all the students, all my like friends, students who are coming from villages or not that great environment, I wanted to give them this message that just go express yourself. Language is not really not a barrier. I'm today working with like some Chinese engineers, some Japanese engineers, and they don't carry that burden, right? I mean, they don't even speak English, but they still are able to communicate, and they never think that they don't know English. You will never ever get that. I mean, never ever get that feeling that this guy is low on confidence just because he's not able to speak English, right? So, kudos to all. I mean, just go and express yourself. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. My name is Bala. Full name is Bala. Call me Bala. I'm a 2001 batch passer. So essentially the second batch of this college. So we learned less is more from those days. It's not by choice. These people go towards making a choice of less is more, but no, it was the only option available. So I remember a lot of memories, of course. If I look back, all my from my school days, right, I was very shy, never going onto the stage until my 10th grade. 11th onwards, including the 4 years at Jalgaon and further, in a 1 hour meeting these days, right, with a team of 40 people, I speak for 15 minutes at least, right? So it has I'm going to see a transformation a lot. So it's not just about communication, a lot of content as well. So while all those previous sessions were going, I have taken a lot of notes as well. So I think we can catch up later on. There's some ideas. Right. So talking about the college, a lot of memories. So after finishing my college, schooling here, went to the centralized system of admissions. Um, it was those days it was a kind of centralized thing, and there were a lot of classmates who came from Mumbai, Kashmir, and different parts of India. So very fortunate to have this. So while in admission, right, admission queue. So in in my native, we have name and father's name. That's all, right? Generally, we don't append the surname. Right? So when I went into the admission queue with my form, the guy asked, "Adna ka hai?" And then the first time I got to know the importance of the name. Right? Later on, it's kind of got diluted, and you know that it's not the name; it's what you carry, what you learn, uh, what you can perform, kind of people you interact with, and in those days, we used to like even today, I'm sure, endless nights. We keep on chatting about anything and everything under the sun, right? So lot of sleepless nights. Not talking about studies, right? Talking about everything else. It was really fun there. One of the so when I look back now, right, when I was in my higher secondary, I wanted to be a teacher. Kind of, my parents were in a shock for some time, right? Why a teacher? Then, yeah, I mean, those days, we didn't have the courage. So just kind of went with the flow. I said, okay, let me become an engineer, right? It definitely helps. It helps today. It will help me for my lifetime. Kind of mindset, the thought process. So I made a lot of uncomfortable choices in my life. And every time, I've been more thankful to me than before of why I made that choice. So, I think one of the fun events, and when I said fun memories, and when I say look back on the college time, a couple of things. Um, we had this EDS subject. Right? I forgot the long name, but EDS, I think. We had a batch of 10 students. There was a tuition that some professor offered for another college. Somehow, I found myself tied up with you. I said, everybody else said, we will sponsor. We will sponsor. So we had 10 batch of 10 friends. I was only one sitting in the lecture, evening classes, and then I had to come back into the room and take the blackboard. So in those days, I didn't know what I'm doing. Right? It was somewhere in my mind, that teaching thing. So, and even when we rented a computer in our final year, due to the project preparation and all those. So there were 14 people who were kind of joined hands and said, okay, it was like 2000 or something, rent a lot together, and we had a good timetable pasted. We had to go, who will use it at what time. So just one P2 computer, I think, right? So it took 10 minutes to log in, and until then, my 1 hour was over. So I used to get the next chance 2 days later. So that was the kind of memories I have, and so that is it. This is more. So I think that kind of philosophy, even today, very passionate and about talking to people and working with as young people as possible. So the freshers who come into my team, right? Uh, they sometimes say outside of the meeting that it's difficult to match your energy. I'm very restless. I can't tolerate somebody who is not using his or her potential to the maximum. So any mistake that I've done in my past, I will make sure that the next person doesn't do it. Otherwise, there's no point in me being the leader of the team. So all these years I've played a lot of transformative roles. Uh, just I've stuck with two organizations. This is the second organization of KPIT. So with automotive, there's a lot of uncomfortable moves that I've done. So which if people were watching Shark Tank, you know the word pivot. So a lot of times we do pivots, right, in our life. So I've done it a few times. Also, again, a group of 7 people together starting entrepreneur journey parallel to my work. We did for 3 years, and it was run as a charity, and then we said, okay, let's stop it. So a lot of, but it's good. In retrospect, I'm thankful to the choices I made. Right? All uncomfortable. I made a lot of people unhappy in the family, but that's okay, right? That's how we learn, right? And we all engineers, we learn by doing. Theory is fine, right? Theory will get us marks, grades. But when we really go out in the open sun and try to figure out what we want to do, right? So I can quite relate to what we are talking about earlier. I didn't know what I want to do, except that I want to be a teacher. That is only vivid memory I have. Rest everything, I don't know what I want to do. Even today, right? I don't want to. I wanted to retire from corporate 6 years ago and become a teacher or join a faculty or something. But then, yeah, somehow, my family and people around me keep on, and my home loan bankers, they keep on pushing me, saying, they just keep running. But in my organization, I am part of Center of Excellence. A Center of Excellence is what we have started in our department. Uh, so it's a small team, like 80 people out of 12,000 employees in the organization, so 80 member team. So we do a lot of monthly, daily, periodic activities. Ah, yeah, thank you. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Thank you very much.
So I would like to ask all the alumni, please share their fond moments. No, yeah.
So exactly. So it was about memory, right? So I have several memories with Government College of Engineering, Jalgaon. So first thing is I live like 400 meters. My home in Jalgaon is 400 meters from the college near IMA Institute on the main road itself. My name is Kushwant Pawar. I work with Secure Things. It is into automotive cyber security. I am a senior director there for portfolio strategy. But in the morning there were discussions, right? What brings you where? So I was in electronics and telecommunication branch, 2003 pass out. Several great things happened in those 4 years. But very strong memories are that we have done this Shivajinagar Vijay Yatra in final year, I think, during the cultural programs. I still have those pictures. Several of us were doing legend and some sword combat stuff. It was fantastic. But very strong or profound things which have changed my life, and I have seen some other people's life also change. My peers, some of my colleagues. So we were trying to do this engineering project, which is a very close to heart topic. Final year, I had several friends, so I wanted to do couldn't leave anybody out. 3 लोगों के प्रोजेक्ट में कितना लोग फिट होगा 10 लोग तो नहीं हो सकता है ना and two of them are here Ashwini and also Balchandra is here and Prashant is here so we were 15 of us we wanted to do one project together now so this was quite an exercise
Dahar sir was our principal. Sadavate sir is witness to all the battles we had with Dahar sir. Dahar sir used to say, "This I will not allow," and then we had to do a big exercise to get it done. Finally, when the actual execution came, we realized that maybe Dahar sir was right. Because one stage of a project which is distributed across 5 teams of three people, one stage fails and you are jeopardizing everybody's final moments. So that was one part. But then, of course, Sadavate sir energized us again. Said, "Abhi ho gaya hai na. Now you need to complete this." So Sadavate sir has been very instrumental in keeping me on track. I was very big up on being a local also was another part. But to sit back, to sit kar le, don't do this. But the biggest moment of truth came when one of our colleague was about to leave engineering, and I happened to go to Sadavate sir's home for some. फिर से उनका बात होता है, and then the candidate continues, completes his engineering in the same batch with us, and later on today he has completed his doctorate in AI, ML, and all of that, whatever we can fancy. So, I mean, these are life transformational memories, and this is what at least we had less infra, we had less staff, we had less means, but we had great spirit. And thank you, Sadavate sir, Dahar sir, Apoli sir, all the other faculties who told us कि कम में भी बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. So thank you very much.
Dr. S.A. Patil wants to say one line for all the alumni.
I welcome to all the alumni. They have come with enthusiasm and they have expressed themselves with a full mood and confidence. Thank you very much. I want to tell you only one sentence for that. जिथे जिथे पाहतो माझा गुरु दिसतो, निसर्ग आहे शाळा आणि मी आजीवन विद्यार्थी आहे. आता मी सकाळी पॉलिटेक्निकमध्ये जात होतो तिथे मी वडाचं झाड बघितला आणि ते वडाचं झाड खूप वाढलेलं होतं. ते झाडच्या फांद्या तिकडं वाढल्या होत्या, त्या फांद्यातून त्याच्या बुडा निघाल्या होत्या आणि त्या जमिनीचा सपोर्ट घेऊन ते पुन्हा त्या झाडाला सपोर्ट करत होते. म्हणजे मी अलुमनीकडून हेच एक्सपेक्ट करत आहे की त्यांनी वडाच्या झाडासारखं आपल्या गव्हर्नमेंट इंजिनिअरिंग कॉलेज जळगावला सपोर्ट केलं. थँक्यू.
These are nice words. Now we will continue this session after the lunch.
Sorry for the inconvenience of all our respected alumni, but we will continue with this activity after the lunch because sorry.
Hello. The lunch time is till 2:15.
भार्गव कुठे गेलाय? दोन क्लिप बनवावं लागतील मग आपल्याला.
45 minutes are allotted for the lunch, so please be quick and come after the